Welcome everybody to our latest session of the Empire of the Ghouls. As usual, do a quick recap of what occurred last session, and then we'll get started with today's session. So team, you'll likely recall when we started off last session, you guys were in the Fey Road, this dark and shadowy environment, as you were traversing this path in order to move more quickly to the location that you needed to get to, rather than going over land. You traveled there for multiple days, had already encountered some very odd things. On one of the days that you were there traveling, you guys broke out the tents and rested for the night, seemingly like any other night here in this very mysterious, shadowy, dark place. But unfortunately, this time the night was not so uneventful, and a couple of very large canines descended upon the team. They were quite dangerous, in fact, able to breathe out this aura or radius of cold, this cold breath, that did a real number on the group, particularly on poor Peanut, the donkey, who was turned into a donkey sickle. And also took out one of the Archduke's guardsmen. The other one of these canines grabbed one of the guardsmen and dragged him away from the team. Another guardsman tried to chase that one down and rescue him, but unfortunately he was not able to do so, and one of the guardsmen was indeed pulled away. The team continued taking the battle to the other canine, battering it with several attacks, but eventually, once it realized it was outnumbered and overwhelmed here, it simply used some kind of ability here native to the Shadow Road, this Fey Road, or maybe native to itself, which created this dark egg-like construct that basically swallowed up the canine, and it was no longer there. This obviously was very disconcerting for the team. You guys kind of scanned around, see if there's any other immediate threats. Once you realized there was not, took a moment to shatter poor Peanut, the frozen donkey, and recover the belongings that were stacked upon him. And the Archduke and his surviving men said a small prayer to the fallen guardsmen. Not having really much other choice, you guys went back to sleep. Did make it through to the next night without any, or the next morning, I should say, without any issues. You continued traveling along the Fey Road and eventually found this silvery gray arch that you had been looking for, according to the Archduke. And once you discovered it, you stepped on through to find yourself in a place you would later learn is known as the Stone Galleries. So this is a large location where there is a lot of statues apparent in the courtyard here, a fountain that is all dried up, no longer having water in it. It has this sort of canal running off to one of the sides of it. And as you guys entered this area and started poking around just briefly, you heard a disturbance coming from the overgrown grass and shrubs. And sure enough, a creature emerged from those shrubs, which Zach was able to identify as a basilisk. The basilisk was trying to turn some of you guys to stone, but as you took the battle to the basilisk, one of you, I believe it was Grim, managed to smash it particularly hard, sent it flying backwards, sent it reeling, in fact, back into the shrubs. Around this same time, as you guys were jockeying for position, knowing that this basilisk was likely to reemerge and re-engage in the combat, ghouls actually struck from the canal bed. So they pulled themselves up onto the same level as you guys from that overgrown foliaged canal and joined the fight. Most of these were common ghouls like you have fought previously, but there was one that was dressed in a breastplate, definitely not full plate, a breastplate that engaged the team members in combat as well. Seemed a little bit tougher, but thanks to the combined work of the team, you guys were able to lock it down pretty successfully, making it where it was either restrained or knocked prone, made it very dangerous, where it couldn't really do a whole lot. And you guys were able to defeat those ghouls. Of course, honorable mention during this time, once the ghouls emerged, poor Runok, once again terrified, took off, seemingly terrified of those ghouls, and made his way into a courtyard where he stumbled upon some feisty chickens, which the team later would recognize to be cockatrices. The chickens engaged Runok in combat, and he was doing this sort of fighting retreat, trying to get out of there as well. They tried to peck him as much as they could. I believe he took a couple of hits, but managed to get out of the courtyard there, back with the full team, and sort of rejoined everybody. Once all of the ghouls were slain, the Archduke and his remaining soldier, the only one he has left, his scout, Ivo here, once again had to take the opportunity to remember a fallen ally, as one guardsman unfortunately was slain here in this battle. So the team then decided to scope this area out a bit more, allowing the Archduke and Ivo to tend to their fallen comrade. Team decided to re-enter the courtyard where the chickens were discovered, and sure enough, they came out just as aggressively as before. Seemingly, this was like their lair, so they didn't leave this area, but once you entered the courtyard proper, they came out to attack. With all of you now, this turned out to be a much easier battle, and you were able to slay all of the chickens or cockatrices. Once that was complete, you guys decided to search the courtyard very carefully, thinking that there must be something of interest here, but unfortunately, nobody found anything of interest. You reconvened with the Archduke, and he discussed the journey that you need to continue on, which is going to take you overland into the now vampire kingdom, or part of the Blood Duchy, Krakovar, in order to get yourself over to the free city of Jost. So knowing that you have this long journey ahead of you of multiple days, and knowing that this Stone Galleries is kind of a ruined area where there could potentially be some interesting things left over from olden days, the question was posited to you all of whether you wanted to spend some additional time searching here or not, and the group decided that yes, they did, before moving on. So team, that's my quick recap of what occurred last session. Anything I missed that anybody would like to add?
Yeah. With our clever looking around, we've discovered a stained glass window that depicted elves and fighting or with dwarves or some other species or race. It was not. It was deemed not magical, and I think that Archie tried to determine it's a religious thing, and it was a negative on that.
Yes, indeed. That seemed to be coming from the banqueting hall area, the ruined banqueting hall. And that was the question that Archie raised, was like, was that a temple? And I actually said, no, the courtyard that you fought the chickens in, that looked more like a temple. But yeah, good addition. Go and take inspiration there, Grim. Caliban.
Not sure if it's inspiration worthy, but this area was all these statues, which we assume are creatures that got turned by any number. I guess the basilisk or the cockatrice. Most of them looked old, although the newer ones seemed to be ghouls. I think there was two in particular that seemed to be the freshest. There's no lichen or moss on them, and they were ghouls that had been turned.
That is indeed inspiration worthy. Yes, those two ghouls that were closest to the canal, seemingly recent converts to the stony lifestyle. Go ahead and take inspiration there, Caliban. Archgale.
Ooh, I'm gonna join in this if I'm not sure if it's inspiration worthy, but during our battle, the one of the ghouls attacked the Archduke and successfully paralyzed him, and he very much respected that I undid that to him, even so much as maybe even saying a thank you.
He did indeed, yes, seemingly looking at Archgale with maybe newfound respect. That is a good addition. Go ahead and take inspiration as well, Archgale. Oh, and I want to make one quick correction. I think I said the Archduke and only his scout was remaining. It's actually the Archduke, the scout, and one guardsman, Albin, who survived. Isaac perished in this most recent battle, but there is one guardsman, Albin, still alive. All right, guys, if there's nobody else has anything they'd like to offer in addition to the recap, let's go ahead and get you right back over to where we left off. Alrighty, so we find ourselves back in the Stone Galleries where you guys have just defeated these cockatrices, searched around this area, found nothing of interest here. Feel free to continue exploring or let me know what it is that you're looking at.
Was in the tower.
Would I be able to tell like what type of creature this is right next to me?
Throw me an, I'm gonna say nature check on this one. Some kind of bear, maybe?
Okay.
Hey, Adam, in case it becomes important, just as a reminder, I am concentrating on detect magic, but I don't know how much minutes has gone by, probably about 5 minutes or so, I would assume.
Yep, that sounds reasonable. Good reminder there. I'll keep that in mind. All right, Caliban and Glory here. Glory, I'm going to scoot you back just a moment. You notice that as you get up to here, there's this open area, seemingly allowing direct access into this tower. But you notice as you're standing here looking inside, it seems as though the ground inside is, while ruined, it doesn't have the amount of dust and dirt and so forth that is on the outside, where like wind is easily, you know, brushing debris or leaves or that kind of stuff about. There doesn't seem to be anything like that inside the tower. It looks as though after the tower itself kind of collapsed and, you know, some grass grew through the ground of the cracks and the breakage and so forth, but there's not just like fallen or resting things here.
Is there a roof?
Yeah, I was going to ask that too.
There is a roof, yes. As you look up, throw me a perception check there, Grim, as you're kind of scanning up. Yes. So the top half of it is missing, but it is there's like a chunk of it there. So you can think of it as still standing about 80 feet tall in total. The up above, as you scan about, you notice there is a balcony about 40 feet up. As you're eyeing it, you realize there's various breakages or facets of the stonework that it looks like it potentially could be climbed to get to that balcony.
So the stairs aren't complete enough to take it up there. It'd be a bit of a climb.
The stairs actually look like you could certainly go that way, but I will say again that the lack of any kind of debris or anything like that inside is certainly noticeable.
I'm going to scoop a hand of dirt from the outside and just toss it inside.
All right, perfect. So as you do so, you're going to notice, Glory, that the dirt hits basically where you're standing and falls right in front of you. So think of this as, I'm trying to set this up. Let me try this a little bit different way. So what I will say is what you've been able to confirm so far is there is some kind of a barrier here, not a physical barrier, but a magical barrier that essentially is blocking your ability to move inside.
Hey, Adam, I'm interested about what I may see with this lighting over here.
What your teammates discovered there before and what you will spot now is there is a stained glass window there. So where the light hits it, it kind of sparkles and refracts and casts this image on the ground into that banqueting hall.
Caliban will, with his sword, just try to poke at the barrier just to see how solid it seems.
It seems very solid.
I would like to look around and see if I can find any, inscriptions or something that's like a, kind of like a code word. Is what I'm kind of looking for to be able to dispel this magic.
Sure. Throw me a perception check, Zach, as you scout around for that.
Good idea, friend.
Unfortunately, you don't see anything there, Zach, as you're scanning about.
I should be able to climb it. They called me a champion back in my tribe. I usually have good advantage on doing, strength skill checks. So I could probably get up there. What, you say 40 feet? Is that what it looks like?
Others that you asked that look up can gauge indeed. It looks to be about 40 feet.
Do you have a rope you can throw down when you get there?
Yeah, but I'm not going anywhere until Archie prays to Rana.
Yes, of course. I will give you guidance on what's the strength one? Athletics. There we go.
I also have a grappling hook. Might be able to just throw it up there.
Rory, I've seen you with wings once. Is that something you could do?
With what? Oh.
You had wings one time that you seemed to be able to fly.
Not until we take another rest.
Ah.
Where did the chicken go?
Well, I have a minute. So Here I go, Adam.
All right, so you're attempting to climb up using the various handholds and other breakages in the wall. Go ahead and throw me an athletics check. All right, you slowly but carefully ascend this climb and find that you make it to the top. So again, this is about 40 feet up. You pull yourself up on this balcony. Runak.
Yeah, I was just curious. Now that I'm not running away, am I able to identify what type of ghoul the armored one is?
Give me an Arcana check. Not a ton of information. It certainly looks like an undead ghoul in armor.
Fair enough. So Runak will kick the body one time and then stroll up to the others.
All right, flashing back over to Grim here. So there's not an additional map for this. There's just a small room, essentially, that you find yourself in, Grim. So once you climb up to this balcony, you see there's an arched window in the wall that you can follow to go inside. And if you do so, or just scan even through the window, you're going to notice more ruined area here. The top of the tower is now fully open to the sky. And you're going to notice that very inconspicuously, or maybe conspicuously, depending on your point of view, there is an open treasure chest in the center of the room.
What do you see up there?
There's a treasure chest up here. The roof is damaged, and I don't think I could trust the floor. So I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna do something as I yell down.
Hey, wait. Let's try to get more of us up there.
I'll come up here and ask Zach. Let me take that grappling hook.
If the floor is treacherous, perhaps not all of us. Until we.
Yeah, I'm okay staying here on the ground.
Yeah, I'm not much for climbing.
Yeah, I'll hand over the grappling hook and some rope to Caliban.
All right. Not that it matters because we're not in like a difficult situation here, but throw an acrobatics check. It's DC 13. Feel free to repeat this as much as you need to until you make that 13, just so we can get an idea of how good you are at throwing a grappling hook there.
Oh, well, he's just handing the hook to me. I'll take it up, and then I'll hang it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
you're
Are you
climbing?
trying to climb separately and then once you
I'm gonna climb. Yeah.
got it? Okay, my bad. I thought you were trying to lasso of truth it up there, but okay, yeah. Go ahead and throw me the athletics check to do the same climb that Grim did. Yes, you are able to climb it as well with these handholds and the breakage of the wall. It's not too difficult. A couple of times it gets a little bit sketchy, but 14's good enough. You get yourself up there.
And then I'll try to set the hook on the wall or find a good place for the hook and throw the rope down.
Yeah, you are able to do so.
All right. I don't know. Flurry's got a good point. The floor does look kind of shifty, but we can use the rope if somebody else wants to come up.
Yeah, I'm good down here.
We should be able to figure this out, Callie. Come on. It's a treasure chest in the middle of the room. It can't be a trap, right?
Well, at the very least, we have a rope if we need to make a fast exit or a fast exit.
The reason why I think it's a trap, because think about it. Where you can't get out, there's like a wall of force or something there. And we go for the treasure and we fall through and we're stuck in that thing until, I don't know, we die of starvation. Or I eat you and then I die of starvation.
Okay. How about new plan? What if I turn the grappling hook around, we tie it around your waist, and you go to the chest? That way, if you fall through, the rope will catch you.
Oh. You put the grappling hook on the building and tie the rope around my waist.
Yeah.
And then I touch the mimic. I mean, the treasure chest in there.
Sure. Yeah, that's it. Let's do that.
Well, sounds good to me. What could go wrong?
So Caliban will try to reset the hook so it pulls the other way, so it's kind of set for a downward pull, and then loop the rope around Grimm's waist and tie it off and give him a pat in the back. All right, big man. Good luck. And he'll kind of hunker down behind his shield.
All right. I will take a. Let's see. I tied around my waist ish. How big's the room, Adam?
So what you're looking at on the screen here, same exact size as that, just like 40 feet up.
Wow. Or you almost talked me into it. What if we rope the grappling hook on the lip of one of the treasure chests and pull it towards us? Check out the big brain on Grimm.
Well, we were already set up for the first plan. I don't know. Yeah, that's an idea. We could try that too.
Right. All right. Let's try that before I die in a cage with no one to eat.
Unties the rope around Grimm's waist and hands him the hook. And
all right, Adam. I'm gonna try to throw the hook. You said it was open, so I'm gonna try to land it on the rim of the open chest and see if I can drag it towards me.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check. All right, you sail the grappling hook in, missing your mark. It kind of hits the back of the lid of the chest and then ricochets falling inside, and you hear a shatter of glass.
That didn't sound good. That didn't sound good.
Grimm, roll me a 1d3, please.
1d3.
Graham, you're about to make the campaign that we can not solve any more riddles moving forward.
All right, yeah, the sound of shattering glass fills the air momentarily, and then it's all quiet once again.
Well, that wasn't good.
Why? Maybe it is good. Is it attached? Did it trap the grappling hook? No, it didn't. The grappling hook missed, but the chest is now closed?
No, the chest is still open, so think of it as like you hit the inside of the lid. It ricocheted backwards, landed in the body of the chest, and shattered glass. It is not, the grappling hook isn't like caught or attached at the moment, but if you jiggle it, it might get attached.
I'll jiggle it and try to attach it and drag it towards us.
All right, go ahead and throw me another acrobatics check as you're kind of fishing and jiggling it here, seeing if you can make a connection.
How's that?
It pops back out as you're pulling way harder than you're supposed to, and you have to almost duck as it flies right towards your face.
I suck at this.
Give me that. Jesus, it's pulled too hard. Okay. I'm gonna try to. It has to be smooth in the underhand. Just an underhand, a little toss. Just a little toss like this. Oops, didn't mean to hit twice.
You toss it carefully, maybe being extra cautious this time, Caliban, and it lands in front of the chest and just ricochets on the ground. No, it makes some sound, but no other issue.
Okay, that was too soft. This hook is heavier than it looks, isn't it? Oh man.
All right, one more try. This is it.
All right.
All right, so you fish it or reel it back in, and you try again. Go ahead and throw another acrobatics check.
You want me to try it again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This time, a little harder this time. Oh.
All right, and
anyone else feel like we're at one of those carnivals where they have everything all trapped so you can't be successful? I mean, it's like, look at these guys. It's like, let me throw it on the ring and everything.
So as you toss it this time, you realize it's sailing long, Calvin, and you immediately yank it back thinking, no way, I don't want it to go that far. It catches on the lip of the treasure chest. You pull it back. The chest flips over. You notice glass shattering once again. And now that it's flipped over, you can see inside is a bag covered in glass and a bunch of reddish liquid. And then you notice what appears to be a rapier that is currently scabbarded also falls out of the chest and moves, a couple feet in front of the chest. So chest is not upside down, but on its side at this point. A bunch of shattered glass, red liquid there, some kind of weird bag, and a scabbarded rapier.
Good job.
Oh man, I really screwed that up. I guess that works. What do you think that liquid is?
Probably healing potions, but good thing we don't need any right now, right? Let's go just pick up this stuff. My God.
All right. You go pick it up. I'll keep an eye out over here.
Oh my God. You want to tie the thing around my waist real quick?
No.
Planning?
I'm sure you're fine. I'm sure you're fine.
Okay. All right, Adam. I'm gonna walk in and grab the bag and the rapier.
All right, you walk in a little bit trepidatious, seeing as the state of this
Yes.
tower, but you find that the ground is actually pretty stable. So you walk on in without any issue. You scoop up the bag and the scabbarded rapier, and you catch the wafting whiff of 3 potions of healing that are seeping into the stone on the ground.
Can I start licking the ground?
There's a lot of
Oh, I
glass
need
there.
this.
I wouldn't recommend it.
All I need is 6 hit points. Maybe. All right. Since I'm there, I'm gonna see if there's any false doors or side things with the chest, Adam. Just because I'm a seasoned D&D player.
On the chest specifically,
Yeah.
throw me an investigation check. No, clearly not.
I don't see anything tricky here. There's nothing else in the room, huh?
So this appears to be like probably a sitting room at some time. Again, very ruined. Many years have been gone by since this place was actually used for its original purpose. So nothing else seems particularly interesting. There's a few like chairs that are, really dilapidated, kind of broken down. You see a few what you would assume to be maybe they were bookcases at one time, though they don't seem to contain any books, and they look like they're barely on their little feet.
I'm gonna look behind the bookcases and kind of do a DEA search and try to move furniture around and see if there's something there. Because why else would the bottom be blocked with some magical barrier?
DEA, are you looking for drugs right now? Is that what I'm hearing? All right, throw me another investigation check as you search more widely. Caliban, I'm sorry I interrupted there. Was there something you were doing as well?
Oh, I was just going to search with him as well.
Okay, so sure. So you're entering the room to assist. Let's see. I'm assuming the answer to this is no, but do Grim and Caliban both have investigation proficiency?
No.
No.
Fair enough. We'll take that 16. So Grim, you search around this area looking for anything else of interest, but no. Again, it looks very ruined and old, but you don't find anything else that looks of any interest to you.
Do I see the stairs connecting to this floor then?
Yes. So think of it as on this level, when you're up in this area, you could take the stairs and then come down to this level here.
Should we try to take the stairs down? Maybe we can go out the same way. Or we can just climb down.
No, we have to go down there, right? Why is there a magical barrier blocking people from going in? My brain hurts.
It could be just like security, but it should let us out, I would think. And Caliban will try to head down the stairs.
I'll walk behind you valiantly.
All right, you're able to do so. I'm going to put you both in this space as you're now coming down the stairs from the upper level. All right, quick check of the rest of the team. Is there anything anybody else is doing at this time while the duo is inside scanning out the tower?
Well, they're making a lot of noise. I'm just looking around to see if that attracts anything.
Sure, keeping yourself poised and looking for any danger. So far, nothing has approached.
I'm doing the same thing, but in the opposite direction of Glory. So I'll be looking at the canal and trying to see, maybe if something tries to sneak up.
Sure, Archgale, throw me a perception check as you look over in the canal through this deep foliage and seeing if you spot anything. Interestingly, Archgale, through the foliage, you notice a trap door seems to be on the ground in the canal.
Oh, Hey guys, there's a trap door over here.
Ooh. Where's it go?
I don't know. It's just over here.
Well, we should open it.
Well, should we wait for Caliban and Grim to get down and then we can go?
No, you guys can go down a scary trap door. We'll be fine in the tower.
I was gonna say they're gonna be so excited to see us when we get to the bottom of the stairs. Where'd they all go?
All right, for a quick
know,
visual explanation, the canal bed is 4 feet lower than this platform here. So it, obviously if you just hop off, not going to be an issue. But yeah, give you an idea of the difference there. The canal bed itself is dried up, but you assume it used to contain water based on the evidence that is remaining. A lot of bushes and small trees have started growing in there, and it provides a lot of cover. You recall this is where the ghouls emerged and struck from, and it seems ideal to lay an ambush in this area. Even this close, looking around, you can't say for sure that there's nothing moving around in there.
All right, well, let's just wait on them.
Yeah, Adam, I'm gonna do a quick look around and then try to exit.
All right, so you came down the stairs, passed by Caliban, got into the actual part of the room, and now you're doing a quick look around. Go ahead and throw me an investigation check. No, you find nothing.
Trying to leave now.
All right, so
Come on, Cap, let's get out of here.
you're kind of bumping into that barrier again, Grim. But Caliban, as you're coming down, go ahead and throw me a perception check. So your eyes are able to pick up Caliban here on the wall at about hand size. So, maybe 8 inches or 10 inches long by a few inches wide. There seems to be a square or rectangular block here decorated with stars and moons.
Hey, this looks interesting. Kind of inspect it. I don't recognize the constellation or a pattern, or have I ever seen that?
Give me an Arcana check as you look at it closely. No, what are these weird shapes?
Still, he'll try to. Oh yeah, he'll give the block a push.
As you touch upon the block, you feel a tingling sensation in your fingers, and you notice little beams of light have stretched off from the symbols on the wall to your fingers. They kind of dance there for a moment, and you feel this sensation in your head. You can't really place words to it, but you realize this is essentially asking you if you want to open the barrier.
Yes, I do.
All right, you say this out loud. Nothing happens immediately, but when you're also thinking, yeah, I want to do this, you'll notice that the images there on that block change a little bit. They kind of circulate, move a little, and so forth. And then you don't see anything change, but you kind of feel a difference in the air as air kind of rushes into the tower.
Hey Grim, try the entrance there again.
It worked!
Hey, boy, that could be handy. We should camp here. That'd be great security.
Did you find anything in there, Grim?
Found this bag. I'm just gonna throw it on the ground, and this kid's toy, and I throw the rapier on the ground.
Well, what's in the bag?
I don't know.
Well, why don't you open it?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna open the bag, Adam.
The bag is small, shaped almost like a purse, perhaps. It has a strap on it. It's a narrow-mouthed bag. It has this strange, it's a very covered in dust at the moment, but it has this strange stitching on it that kind of resembles a face.
I don't know. Does it match my shoes?
I don't know. What color are your shoes?
Dusty.
Yeah, then it does. It's dusty.
Yeah. Does it have a zipper? I'm gonna look in it.
There's no zipper, but there is a tasseled string that goes through a metal loop that you can undo to actually open the flap of the bag.
I'll do that and I'll look in.
All right, upon looking in and not seeing a whole lot, you put 2 and 2 together because there's only one thing like this. This is a bag of holding.
Whoa.
Cool. I've heard of those. That's amazing.
It's empty. Nothing in there, and I just throw it on the ground.
I think we put stuff in it.
Oh.
Yeah, those are really valuable.
And then there's a letter opener down here.
Is it
Oh, that picks up
special?
yeah, he picks up the rapier and just sees, is it good quality? Does it seem like it's balanced?
Currently scabbarded, so when you say you're checking the quality, am I safe to assume you're drawing the blade from the sheath?
Yep.
All right, as you do so, you're going to notice a pale white light shines along the blade in a radiant impression upon you.
Ooh. There's something special about this blade.
Yeah,
Zach? Archie?
That looks magical. What about Barnaby? You still got your magic guys going?
No, I think it's probably turned off by now, but I can go ahead and recast it.
Nothing I can do about it.
If that's
Unless it needs
just
healing.
detect magic, Archie, I will say even without the spell, you know this is magic.
That thing is glowing.
Besides the glow, does it seem pretty high quality, or it seems like a nice rapier?
Yes. So as you look at it carefully, it's a little bit difficult to see the blade proper just because of how much shine is coming off of it. But yeah, you kind of blink your eyes a few times, narrow them, look at the blade. It looks very fine, very sharp. Looks like it doesn't have a mark or a scuff on it.
He'll spin it around and hold it by the blade out to Barnaby. Would this fit you pretty well?
Yeah, it might. Does anyone else use a rapier? I mean, I do sometimes. I also sometimes use my quarterstaff, but I don't want to be greedy, but I'll take it if nobody needs it.
If you're the most skilled with it, I would say give it to you.
Oh, it is so pretty. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Let me see what it can do. And Adam, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hold on to it for a little bit.
Okay.
So, Adam, should I just call that glowing magical rapier for right now?
I will certainly know what it is, so sure, that works good enough for me.
All right.
Well, there's still the case of this trap door over here. Grim, do you want to go look inside that?
Yeah. And I'll take the purse, then try to put it around my... What do I do with this?
Well, we could always give it to Zach. He seems to be in charge of logistics.
Zach keeps track of things. Might be good for him to have inventory.
Hey, Zach, here's a bag of holding for you. Apparently it's a big deal.
Sure. Yeah, I can definitely keep that. Are we good to keep
thank you.
moving, or should we take a short break here?
Well, if you need to, we can. I can always make it even shorter, but I don't think I could benefit from that.
I'm good to keep moving. I'm just not sure if everybody else is.
Were we going to cast the detect magic? I mean, I guess that doesn't really matter now.
It'll take 10 minutes. So since we know it's magical, so we know the bag of holding is, I mean, we can, but only if you guys want to sit here for 10 minutes, because I don't want to use a spell slot for it.
Door. I mean, I'm not saying it's trapped, but it's the name of it.
It's in the name.
And I can cast a spell with a using a spell slot if you guys
Yeah, why don't you
want to do that.
take the 10 minutes to do that? I'm gonna go talk to the Archduke and maybe see if he wants to come with us so that we're not out of sight. So we're not just leaving him alone up in the surface.
And also, we didn't really search the banquet room very well, did we?
Well, that's true. We didn't do that either. So maybe take the 10. We can go search the banquet room.
Okay.
I'll go with you, Grim.
What's over here, Adam, in this overgrown section? Take a look around.
Sure, you see that statue there. You can see some of the foliage and tree and brush growth there. If you're looking, searching through for anything of interest, go ahead and throw me a perception check. Nothing sticks out to you.
Does this have a roof? I don't remember the description of this banquet hall very well.
It's a stone building that has partially collapsed, but the stained glass window you can see there on the eastern wall. It has a roof, but it's depressed, so think of it as sagging in the middle.
Okay.
All right, Grim, as you enter the location, please give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. Time for my inspiration. Hold up. Let me see if I pass first.
You fail this saving throw.
Inspiration.
All right, as you enter this area, you enjoy the echoes of past merriment that seem to pervade the hall. So all these images flood through your mind of people cheering and gathering, friends shaking hands and happiness, clapping each other on the back, taking in good food and drink. And you feel this sense of wonderment, a sense of completeness, a sense of happiness floods through you.
Okay. That seems pretty cool. Did I know I had to make a wisdom save, or is that just in my role play?
I would say you definitely felt something very strange, almost like something bad could happen to you. So yeah, I'd say something could have just happened to you.
All right, I'll communicate that to Archgale then and the team. Hey, there's something weird, but I guess I feel pretty good. Something happened when I walked in here. Be careful.
All right. Well, do you see anything in there? You're already in there.
No, it feels great. There must have been a huge parties here.
All right.
And stuff. And what am I? Can I walk into the light of this thing? That's what I want to do.
You can, yeah. So think of this as if you've ever seen a stained glass window, like at a church, that sort of thing. This is very similar to what you're looking at. This one's depicted more of elves dancing and singing. However, the light casts through and stuff as you get onto it. All these like multifaceted colors are basically hitting you in the face. It's interesting to see it. It gives you this kind of weird kaleidoscopic effect, but other than that, there's no special effect.
I'll go inside the building. I'll make the wisdom saving throw.
Please do. Very similarly, Archgale, you are filled with this sense of happiness and resolve as all these memories flood through you of these very happy events here, and you find yourself, your spirit lifted.
Hey, Caliban, I would wait out here. Don't let anyone else come in here. There's something weird about this.
Got it. Understood.
Well, I'm sure my investigation's not much better than Grim's.
It's got to be better than -1.
Well, I guess technically it is better. All right. I would like to search around. Is there like any ruined like tables or I don't know, anything?
Yeah, there's a lot of rubble here, things that were, kind of pushed aside, that sort of thing. So yeah, throw me an investigation check. We'll see if you find anything.
I'll use my inspiration.
Okay. Yeah, you spend some time here looking around Archgale, other than finding like a turned over cup. Like think of this as like a silver goblet. You find this lodged under some of the rubble. Other than that, you find nothing of interest.
Oh, silver goblet. Cool. Well, do you have any ideas, Grim?
No, I mean, no. My head hurts already.
Okay, well.
I mean, we searched the place. I walked into the sunlight through the stained glass windows. We passed this wisdom save for some reason, but we can't find. Oh, secret doors or trap doors? Yeah. Let's look for that.
Okay. Let's look for that.
I have perception thing.
Okay, I have high perception.
Okay, we'll help each other out if we can look around for something that looks out of place. Like,
sure. So both of you, just remind me, both of you have already searched the inside once. Is that right?
yeah, but I was thinking we could perceive any trapdoors or secret doors or anything like that. But yeah, we searched for things. Yeah.
You spend some time in here looking for anything like that, but you don't find any secret doors or anything like that.
Well, I'm not suggesting this is. I'm going to speak as James here. I feel like we need to break the glass. But also I'm not sure on that.
Okay. Well, okay. I like what you're thinking. No bad ideas. Do we like elves or we don't like elves?
Well, I'm indifferent towards them.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know what else to do. It's kind of bizarre that it's still standing. Actually, let me take a look at that really quickly, Grim. We know it's not magical, and we know it's not religious. So I guess breaking it would just break it. So
let's see if there's any cool symbols on it, or if there's ruins or something on the side. Take a look and investigate it really good.
all right.
It might be a clue or a combination to a lock.
Oh, good idea. Is there any
yeah.
writing on this stained glass or like symbolism or anything like that?
There's no writing. It just has images depicting elves dancing and singing. You don't see any runes on here or any writing.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start dancing and singing.
Any particular kind of music or song?
Let's go with a sea shanty.
All right, so you start singing out a sea shanty, which sort of echoes through the banqueting hall here. I imagine the rest of the team is a little bit confused, but yeah, how long would you like to sing your sea shanty for?
Till the song is over.
All right, so perhaps
as he starts, I'll be like, "What are you doing?" And I'll just like be silly because Grim's silly too.
Do we think this is a song you also know, or are you just making up your own words and trying to follow the beat?
I'm just clapping, trying to clap to the beat.
Fair enough. All right, so it's got a little bit of a hootenanny quality going on here. Yeah, you guys do that for a minute or so, and nothing seems to happen.
All right. I shrug at Grim.
That was fun.
Yeah, well, we can.
Yeah, that sure was fun, guys.
All right, well, I'm out of ideas.
I don't feel like smashing it.
Nah.
Hey, Gail's eyeing that hatch pretty closely. We better go check that out.
Yeah, probably. I'm bored.
Yeah, maybe we're done, trying to identify that item.
Adam, do you think 10 minutes has passed?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had started ritually casting that. Yeah, so we can assume that 10 minutes has passed.
Yeah, while they were going over there, I just stayed there in one spot and just started doing that. Sorry if I wasn't clear on that.
No worries. Yeah, so you're detecting magic. The rapier is magical. The bag is magical.
On the rapier, is there any particular school of magic?
Let me just double check detect magic.
I didn't check it either. I'm just old. I think the old version used to do it at least. I don't know if the new one does.
So it says, and if an effect was created by a spell, you learn the spell scope. So no, this is not an effect created by a spell.
Okay, thanks.
But I think we're mostly concerned about that door in the canal.
Let me go grab the Archduke real quick. I don't want him left out in the open.
All right, so you're making your way down there, Archgale. Based on the time that has passed, I will say, as you guys have been kind of watching, you will have noticed that the remaining, the Archduke, the Guardsman, and the Scout have taken the fallen Guardsman down to the canal and done a rough burial in the foliage. So not actually dug a hole, but basically put him under the brush and kind of covered him with, brush, leaves, twigs, small limbs, that sort of thing, and made like an impromptu covering of him. Came back up, kind of cleaned their hands off, and then are just kind of looking about as you're starting to approach.
Okay. All right. I will approach, and I don't know if is he talking currently. I don't want to interrupt him.
No, actually, as you're approaching, you see he looks to you as you're approaching, sees you, and kind of like moves to meet you, and he says, "Ah, yes, good. We must be getting ready to move soon then."
I'll put my I don't know what the traditional salute for this country would be, so I'll just give him a fist over my heart and bow to him in respect and say, well, there's one last thing we want to check out, but we want you to come with us because we don't know where it goes, and I don't want you left out here in the open.
Are you exploring more of the ruined city to the north?
Yes.
Oh, well, we're short on time, but, well, for you, I suppose we can spare an hour or so.
Perfect. Well, actually, there is a place, that tower up to the north. There seems to be some kind of magical barrier that I think you can activate and deactivate if you want to hold up in there. You can ask Caliban about that.
Which one was Caliban again?
Uh, the Hellspawn?
Right, of course, that would be the one. Right, all right, let's go.
Okay.
What's your radius on that, Barnaby? Is it 30 feet? Is there something radiating from the trapdoor?
30 feet. Yeah, let me go check out that trapdoor. You guys never know.
Hey, Caliban.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to show the Archduke how to operate the door here, and maybe we can hold them up in there while we go look really quickly?
Yeah.
Where is it that you're trying to look? I thought you said you're going north into the city. This way, to the left of the tower, or where are you going?
Oh, just over here to the canal.
What's in the canal?
Trap door.
A trapdoor leading down?
Yes.
Oh, I wouldn't go there. Haven't you heard the stories about this place?
No. Could you enlighten us?
Well, they say the tunnels here, all over this area, they lead down to the Ghoul Imperium, but in this area specifically, there's supposed to be like a coven of Medusas that live under this area.
Did you guys hear that? Coven of Medusas.
Well, that can't be good. It seems to be a theme here, doesn't there? Lots of stone turning.
Anything other stories we should know about?
For this area specifically?
Yes.
Well, this tower, they say, belonged to a sword mage. Have you heard of them?
No.
Oh, well, I couldn't spend enough time to tell you everything about it, but let's just say that, well, they were magicians that were really good with weapons, swords specifically.
Okay, what about that stained glass window over there?
Just a decoration as far as I know.
Oh. I want to smash it, but I'm trying not to.
It's elf folk stuff. You never know. They say smashing glass, 7 years bad luck, right? Well, if it's elves, it might be 70 years.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Well, I don't like the boding of that trap door, then maybe we should leave it?
I open the door. No, just kidding. Adam, do I notice anything tingly magic kind of thing around the door?
You do not.
All right, folks. I don't think it's magical, at least not from the outside.
Maybe we should get a night's rest before we try going down there if we're going to it at all.
It sounds like the Archduke wants to leave sooner rather than later.
Do we need to go down there if there's a bunch of Medusas?
No, you're right. You're right. We just don't need to go down there. We got 190 miles to walk.
Yeah, I second that.
I bet it's an armory with a whole bunch of full plate armor down there. That's a great place to hide it.
Medusas in full plate armor. How sexy.
Yes, we don't have much time to waste. I have to get to Joe soon.
We should leave. Come back later when we're more prepared.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay, fine.
Is there any way for us to seal up this trapdoor so they can't come up out of it?
Oh, we don't even know what's down there. I mean, he's just saying that he's heard that there were some in the area, maybe, but you know how rumors go.
Well, he said that they live specifically underground, a covet of them.
So, Glory and I could drag that basilisk and lay it on top.
Or just a big rock.
I mean, we're assuming that that's where it goes. We could be sealing somebody else's fate. I wouldn't want to do that without investigating. I wouldn't want to trap somebody down there without knowing who it is.
Plus, probably lots of different entrances and exits too. It's more than one.
It seems like a lot of time and a big detour.
Is that trapdoor? Is it actually like like a wooden trapdoor with a handle, or is it just like an opening in the ground too?
No, it's actually a wooden trapdoor with a handle.
I don't see why something would be constructed like that as a coven of Medusas right underneath a wizard mage.
Well,
Yeah.
I would assume that it was constructed, I don't know, however long ago this city was, and the canal was a part of that. So it's probably a sewer system that was already built.
That could make sense.
Or it was built after the canal ran dry, otherwise water would just go through a wooden door.
It would be very hard to open the door with all the water.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, one of the things, it probably goes into the tower because, maybe it's a hidden way into the tower, but that's fine. I don't know for sure.
Well, now you got me curious.
You could always open it and just look down.
Don't let the DM talk you out of going down that trap door. The thoughts in your head. Because it's worth thinking about. Like, this was supposed to be filled with water. There's no way must have been built after the canal went dry. And the tower's been there a long ass time. So I don't know if it's connected.
Yeah, probably can't hurt to send Glory down just a little ways.
Well, you don't even do. I just say just open it and look.
Give me that grappling hook.
All right, I'll give you the grappling hook.
I mean, we also have a scout right here. You could maybe scout it.
I'm gonna hook the handle, move back, and pull it open.
All right, yeah, you're able to do so pretty easily. The trapdoor flings open.
Any noise other than the opening of the door?
None that you're able to pick up.
We going in?
I'm gonna look in.
What do Medusas look like?
I don't know, but I hope I don't look in their eyes. I'm just taking a little look in at them.
Grim, you notice a runged ladder that goes up to the mouth of this trapdoor, and it goes down about 15 feet into what looks like a tunnel.
It could be how the ghouls got here too.
Your Highness, it seems like we're going to do something a little bit silly. Bear with us. We won't be gone long. Just if you want to step inside this tower, and there's a kind of a button on the door there. Should let you seal it up, and we'll be right back. Probably. Hopefully.
Fine. Just don't take too long. We have to get going.
Sounds like we're about to do something silly, so we'll be right back.
Some of us will.
Well, I
Alright.
guess if we're going, it's my job, right?
Yeah, let's do this.
Can you see
I'll-
in the
I'll go
dark? I
second.
don't remember.
Yes, of course I can. I have 120 feet of dark vision.
I have light currently active.
No, not yet.
You want me to snuff it out?
Well, no, it doesn't matter. I'm going down. As long as you don't come down with that light, I'll take a look around, and if the haul ass, I'll haul ass.
Okay.
All right, so you descend the runged ladder.
I
Look
can
at it.
follow you, Grim. I can see in the dark too.
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right, you climb down the runged ladder, and you're not sure if this is just because of the information you've already received about this, but there is a strange sound down here. It sounds sort of like slithering seems to occur,
Oh
sort
my
of like
God.
echo in this area. So you take steps down the rung and find yourself in a small room that has 3 different exits. Each one of them looks like it leads into a different area of these tunnels. So doing just really brief scanning in this area, you can say that this leads to a network of tunnels.
Okay. I hear slithering. Get up, Caliban. Up. I'm getting the heebie-jeebies.
Caliban's halfway down the rungs and just like stops and reverses and starts going back up as fast as he can.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up too. Close the door. Okay. I heard slithering. He's probably right. Don't they slither, the Medusas? I saw it in a movie once.
Oh, what? All right. Well, I told you. Let me go get the Archduke and we can leave.
Well, what do you guys think, though, before Archie goes? Do you want to go down there still?
Who knows about Medusas? How long do they live?
We're gonna wait her out.
Well, how long has that story been around?
Oh.
Well, I think there's a more pressing matter, and that's that I cannot bring you back from being turned into stone.
I was almost turned into stone once.
You mean like 5 minutes ago when we fought those things?
Yes. Just fine.
Well, I for
It'd be
one
a
don't wanna
nice
join the
relief.
gallery.
I vote no, but we continue on. That's my vote.
I vote no.
We should come back.
I like your
We're
spirit,
better
Lord.
prepared.
This is the downside of not using experience points and doing
Right?
think of the experience points.
All right.
So to make you guys' decision a little bit easier, though it sounds like you're agreeing to move on anyway, let me just say this. The module doesn't detail this area well. It basically says if they go down there and spend X amount of time, this event happens. So what I would say is if this is something that you're interested in exploring at some point, let me know. I'm happy to like flesh that out and make it more of a true area that you can actually explore. Otherwise, there's kind of just one event that's supposed to happen, which is basically designed to force you back up the ladder.
It didn't take much to force
Nope.
it back up the
You,
ladder.
How much?
you did a good job.
How much experience points did we get for that decision?
None, because we're doing milestones. So.
Yeah. I know. I'm just kidding.
All right. Let me get the Archduke.
Please let Grim have a phobia of small lizards like that. That would be
Yeah.
epic.
Why does it always have to be snakes?
I will tap on the invisible barrier. I don't know if it makes a noise, but I like to think that at least gets his attention.
They can see you anyway, so yeah, as you approach, they'll hit
Okay.
the block there and let it open.
I will salute to him and bow and be very, cordial and say, all right, we're ready to move on.
Excellent. That's what I was hoping to hear. Let's go. All right, guys, is there anything else you're doing in the stone galleries before exiting and traveling overland? Okay, hearing nothing, let's get you back over to the overland map. One thing I'll point out here is I've updated the map slightly. You're going to notice this purple dotted line. This is representing your travel in the Fey Road or the Shadow Road that made you able to get to this location much quicker. So obviously that's not a solid line and it's not yellow because you didn't walk that way. But the plan now is for you to go northwest overland into Jost. As a reminder, the Archduke has told you before that you're beginning to enter the province of Krakovar, and this is now part of the Blood Kingdom. So you're essentially entering into enemy territory, and you're traveling over land. So keep that in mind. Is there any immediate questions before you guys start to head that direction?
Are we still on the Fey Road?
No, you exited the Fey Road when you entered the Stone Gallery. So when you walked through that stone arch, you made your way into the Stone Galleries. Now you're in the regular world again, and you're walking as normal to Jost.
Okay, just overland, you said?
Correct. Yep, just one foot in front of the other until you get there. Approximately 190 miles.
There's no road that I see on the map.
There's no road close to you. If you wanted to, you could go like this and then hit a road and take that up to Jost. I would say that based on time, the Archduke basically wants you to take a path more like this. But, you know, you could certainly try to persuade him otherwise if you think a road's safer.
The road is definitely not safer because if we know that this is the enemy territory.
You convinced me?
It's best to stay off the main roads, probably.
I would agree.
All right, so for planning purposes, this is going to take you essentially 8 days of travel overland to get to Jost. So the way this is designed in the module is you have to do some skill checks to successfully travel through Krakovar undetected each day. So your options here are you can, they basically boil down to a stealth check, a survival check, or a deception check. And at least half of you, including the Archduke and the Scout, must succeed for that to succeed. So the best way to think of this, like what do these checks represent, is if you choose stealth, you're moving through Krakovar, you're attempting to sneak past towns and villages and fields without being spotted by locals or any other patrols like enemy patrols. You'd be moving at a slow pace. So that would obviously change how long it's going to take you to get there. If you were to choose survival, you're sticking to the wilderness and the back country, and you're steering clear of civilization as much as possible. There's a roll involved here. It's kind of like a 50-50 deal. And if you roll one way, you're going to travel slow because you're moving through like dense scrubland and steep hills. If you roll the other way, you travel at a normal pace. And then the third option is to use deception. And this basically means you're attempting to hide in plain sight by posing as like merchants or towns guards or just random travelers, craftspeople, that sort of thing. You travel at a normal pace. However, if you fail this check, this is more a, your failure means that you haven't convinced people that you are who you say you are.
And we all have to roll that same skill check.
Correct. Yes, you have to agree which one to choose. And again, this is going to be multiple days. And what I will tell you, the module doesn't specifically say to tell the players this or not, but I think this makes sense, is that they're trying to get you not to use the same check over and over and over. So if you use the same check multiple days as part of this travel, the DC goes up by 1 each time you use the same check.
Got it. Like as we're walking around here, do we see like what people are wearing? I'm asking because we have those cultist robes that we took earlier, and potentially wearing those to blend in. I don't know if that would actually be advantageous or disadvantageous.
I would say that would help you, most likely help you if you choose the deception route, because then you would blend in more as cultists, right? That could certainly help if you choose deception. It's not going to help you if you choose stealth or survival.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay, well I have those robes. So yeah, we have the robes. So if we choose
I mean, we have to eventually choose all three. So
Yeah, I would rotate through. Maybe survival first, and then as we get into more populated areas, move then into deception and stealth.
but I don't. I think the way I think it's just we roll. We just rotate them through, and I have survival, but I have none of the others. So
Yeah, I have survival mostly.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan. Best plan is any.
Yep, but I have none of those, but I'll pass all of them.
All right, so I'm going to reveal the proposed path by the Archduke. He's suggesting you basically take this route. Again, if you wish to take a different route, you can certainly discuss that with him. But if you're okay with this route, it sounds like the group is deciding survival first, which I think makes the most sense because you're kind of in a non-populated area at this point anyway. So if you're good with going that route, then everybody please make a survival check. All right, and then I'll ask, in addition, whoever would like to take the lead on this first one, and we'll kind of cycle it through who's taking the lead, to just throw me any die, D6, D8, D4, doesn't really matter.
I'll do that, I guess, real quick.
All right, so you rolled an odd number. All right, so checking successes here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. So that's going to be more than half. So you're succeeding on this first day. You rolled a 1 or an odd number. On an odd result, you travel normal pace. So you've traveled for 1 full day. You haven't run into any issues. The terrain was to your advantage, or plain or normal, you could say. So you have essentially 7 more days of travel. You guys would sleep out overnight, post watches, the whole bit. Feel free to take a long rest. Everybody gets a long rest. Wake up in the morning. Barnaby, I'm assuming you're going to take some time with that rapier to figure out what it is.
Truth.
All right, and then I'm assuming you're going to share that with the rest of the team. Is that fair to assume?
Sure, Barnaby's nice. I mean, they did let me have it, right? It'd only be fair that I share the info.
Makes sense to me. All right, so after spending some time with this is a Moonsteel Rapier +1, and that's what it does.
Nice. And Adam, I can go ahead if you need, but I can go ahead and when I attune to this, I can make this a weapon for my using my warlock ability.
So post that for me, because this weapon doesn't require attunement. I don't know if your ability says, like, if you're attuned, you can do that or not.
No, it's that it has to be magical.
Okay, then yeah, that certainly qualifies. All right, so day 1 passed by. You guys have successfully done so. Your plan for the next day, what would you like to do?
Do you guys want to do it again?
Is it
We have to-
getting any more populated, or
Let's
still
do it again.
On the current path you're taking, I would say not really. If you're spotting anybody, it's like people way off in the distance, maybe like lone travelers, that kind of thing. But you're in a pretty unpopulated area at the moment.
Yeah, so we could try again.
Do it.
All right, sounds like another survival check, so feel free to throw me survival checks. All right. This time, as you're traveling over land, unfortunately, you have not succeeded. So you're making your way, trying to, again, stick to these areas that aren't as populated, trying to, find a path that makes the most sense. It seems as though that's going quite well. However, as you get to this particular area, that may be about to change. I'm going to move you to a different map. And I'm going to ask you to put yourselves somewhere here. To give you an idea, your guys are moving from southwest to northeast. So you're kind of going like this. You're on this path here. You're noticing around this location there are like boulders, small bushes. There's a cluster of boulders to your north. You're moving through this area. Feel free to put yourselves where you think makes the most sense. If you would like to ask the Archduke to move at all, you can ask him that. Chances are good he'll agree. All right, I'm just going to pause here for like 5 seconds to see if I see any more movement. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lock the tokens there. I'm going to put us all into initiative. All right, so as you're moving along this path, Runak, you and I would say everybody around you, basically everybody, I would say at this point, you can start to feel the ground rumbling beneath your feet. It comes on all of a sudden, like you're kind of standing there walking, doesn't seem to be any issues, and then suddenly there's a significant rumble on the ground. Sort of gives you the impression of like a minor earthquake.
What's going on? Ground's rumbling, everybody.
And you're in initiative order. Feel free to move and do what you like. Archgal, I see your hands up. Is this a question or no? Okay.
Yeah. Well, it is a question, yes.
Is it a question you answered before your turn, or is this like a turn-specific thing?
No, this is a question before my turn.
Okay, sure.
It's just mostly alert.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I did forget to offer alert. Yeah, good call out. So if you wish to offer to switch with somebody, feel free to do so.
Yeah, I will offer it to Barnaby.
Oh, my friend. Sure, I'll take that.
All right, so I'll ask both of you guys to adjust your initiatives.
Was that 9.15?
I just deleted mine, but yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I'm just scrolling up here. Let's see. Barnaby was a 9.15. Yes.
Yep.
All right. Good.
All right. Sounds like we're good. Let me resort. All right. Sorry about that, Runak. Feel free to continue or finish your turn.
No worries. Is all the ground sort of dirt around here? Does it look like there's any sort of rock or anything more solid? So if the thing is tunneling, it wouldn't be able to tunnel up?
Well, it probably would help if I revealed the entire area that you can see. That is what you're able to see. As far as the ground, yes, it's mostly ground, but you do notice those rock clusters that are nearby. Those look to be solid boulders and things.
All right, Runak does what he does best. He starts running, going towards the boulders. So, and yeah, I guess I'll dash just to get up there.
Okay, so you're going to dash and try to climb onto the boulder. Give me an idea of how high on the boulder you're trying to get.
Like 5 feet up off the ground.
Okay, yeah, you're able to do that without any check. I'm just going to throw you there.
Okay, that's the end of my turn. And I go, there's something in the ground.
All right, you're going to notice the Archduke put his hand to the ground and like tries to get a feeling. And he says, "Oh, I can't feel where it's coming from." And you see he draws his rapier and kind of is like spinning in a circle. Grim.
Maybe I could feel where it's coming from. That's a good use of an action.
Give me a survival check as you take your action to see if you can figure out. It seems to be coming from all around you. It's hard to pinpoint, Grim.
My hand sucks. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35 feet up as well.
Okay. All right. You're going to notice the guard looking around, and he says, "Where is it? Where is it coming from?" And he's just going to kind of spin around, and he will take the dodge action. All right. Ivo is liking you guys' idea of getting to the rock, and he's going to move over to here, and he's going to say, "My lord, let's get to higher ground." And he will take a readied action. All right. Caliban and Glory, before or as Ivo's turn ends, you're going to notice an eruption in the earth to your east. As this eruption occurs, you're going to notice this large hole appears and a large creature emerges from that hole. As it emerges, you're going to notice this cutaneous shell body. You can see these large pincers and a few legs. It doesn't look friendly at all. As it bursts forth from the ground, it is going to move a little closer. Oh, actually, maybe not exactly closer. Let's see. It's going to move. Doing a quick measurement. It's going to move to there. No, actually, I think, no. It's going to be a little bit smarter than that. It's going to move to there. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Still only going to get two of you. It's going to move to there, and then you're going to notice as it opens its mouth and sprays out a line of acid. I will need both Caliban and Zach to give me dexterity saving throws, please. All right, that'll be a failure for both of you.
I'll burn my inspiration on that one, please.
Yeah, feel free to do so. Okay, Caliban, you will succeed. Let's see. Success means you take half damage. So, Zach, that'll be 16 points of acid damage. And for Caliban, that'll be 8 points of acid damage.
I didn't mean to push that. I'm trying to adjust things.
All right. Well, it is your turn next there, Barnaby.
All right. Well, who knows, right? Okay, so seeing that, Barnaby is going to go ahead and... So Barnaby's going to come up here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and cast Blade Ward.
Okay.
And for my... Obviously, I've got my brand new rapier, hoping this guy's going to be a shape changer. Okay, that'll be my turn.
Okay, let's see. Just doing a quick double check. Yes, Caliban, your turn.
Okay, Caliban is going to move up, point his sword at this thing, and cast Burning Hands. I can get that without catching Barnaby, right? Just do a cone, catch it.
Yes, you can. Yeah. I think that's a deck save. I don't like that it didn't post what it is, but just double check. Is that a deck save?
I can.
Deck save. All right, deck save 13. Here it comes. Oh, that is to GM. One moment. All right, it is going to succeed on that save. I believe that's half damage, so it will take 6 points of fire damage as the Burning Hands scorches it.
I feel like there's a bonus action I should take, and I never remember what it is. But I will end my turn.
All right, and as you're standing there, you and Barnaby, I'll say you're both able to notice this. This is a true hole, so it goes down. Think of this as a 10-foot diameter hole, and it drops downwards. So it's not standable terrain. Glory, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move over to there. I'm going to bonus action rage. And then I'm going to attack the creature with my halberd.
Yes, you managed to bite through that shell. Go ahead and post damage. All right, that will wound the creature. All right, before Archgale's turn, the ground continues to shake. Shattering forth as another creature emerges. All right, this one is going to move. Scuttling over to here, and it's going to unleash its spray of acid along this line. So Archgale, the Archduke, and Zach save, deck save, please. All right, Zach, you will succeed, suffering half damage. The Archduke and Archgale are going to fail. So that's 11 if you failed, 5 if you succeeded. You made all those concentration checks.
I don't think I should be concentrating on anything. Whoops.
It's probably from when you did guidance, I'm guessing, but let's go ahead and just remove that icon from you. All right, Archgale, it is your turn.
Well, that changes my plans a little, but not too much. Well, oh, I'm not happy either way. Okay. I will point at the one that is right in front of me, basically. And I'm going to cast Command on it.
All right, which version of Command would you like? Bravo. All right, Wisdom saving throw. Go ahead and post Command, but I remember that one is Wisdom. Ooh, it is going to succeed against that.
All right, cool. I'm still not happy about any of this. All right, let's go 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. 20. And I'm going to end my turn.
All right, as you end your turn, before Zach's turn, I forgot to give the scout his readied action, so I'm going to go ahead and give him a shot at the one that emerged. That's going to miss, so no worries there. He's no longer readying. All right, so before Zach's turn, we have some more holes bursting forth. And more creatures emerging from those holes. Okay, with those creatures emerge, we're going to take those guys in order. Let's see, this one is going to move forward and try to bite at the guard here. The guard's currently dodging, so this attack will be at disadvantage. 6 is going to miss. The guard manages to evade that strike. This one down here is going to scoot up and unleash a line to the north. So I'll need Barnaby, Caliban, and Glory to give me dexterity saving throws. Nice. Okay, advantage for Glory. Yes, Glory will succeed. Caliban will succeed.
Sorry, I was AF.
Yeah, I was just about ready to roll it for you. I'm glad you're back. Yeah, go ahead and roll a dex save.
Well, yeah, my dogs started to have an accident. They decided to barf in the room, so I'm cleaning that as I as I'm
Always
listening.
fun. That's kind of like acid coming at you, right?
There you
All right.
go.
That
Yeah.
is a success. Go ahead and set yourself back to public when you're ready, but you will all take half damage from this. So that is going to be 6 points of acid damage to each of you. This one is going to make its way up here and target Zach with a bite. 22, that is going to hit on Zach. All right, Zach, that is going to hit you for 10 slashing and 3 acid for a total of 13 points of damage, and you are now considered to be grappled.
All right, I'm down from that.
You are downed. Okay, so you're grappled and on the ground. All right, this one that bursts forth right next to Archie there. Archie, your feet shake right next to you. It is going to bite you. 11, that is going to miss. All right, that puts us to Zach's turn. Zach, 2 GM death save, please. All right, and we'll move to the top of the round with Runok.
Okay, Runok is going to bonus action cast Hex on the one right in front of him.
All right, and I believe you have to pick a stat that you're hexing. What's that going to be?
It'll be Strength.
All right, hex strength.
Okay, and then he will use his great sword, jump down off the rock to here, and swing. Sorry, get rid of this.
Yes, that will connect as the blade bites into the creature. Slashing into it for 14 points of damage.
And then I'm going to roll another d6 for the hex damage.
Okay. We'll take off 3 more.
Okay. And that is the end of my turn.
All right. The Archduke is going to spin around to here, and he's going to wave his rapier in the air, and he's going to say, "For Krakova, raise your arms, steadfast, fight, fight!" All right, and this ability is leadership. So as long as you're within 30 feet of the Archduke, you can add 1d4 to an attack roll or a saving throw. Grim.
Oh, I'm inspired. 5, 10, 15. I'm assuming this would be flank.
Yeah, yes, I would.
Okay. So, action surge, put on my shield.
Okay.
I'll burn that. I almost forgot that. Okay, now I'm going to attack.
14 is going to hit.
Okay.
16 will also hit. All right, your flail smashes into the creature, wounding it.
Then I'll need a strength saving throw, please. So we knock prone.
Is there any size limitation on that? Just checking.
Yeah, let me double check. I don't think there is.
We'll throw it while you double
Shield.
check.
No, I don't see it here. I don't see one. Nope. It says shield bash, 5 feet of you, attack action, you hit, bash the target if it's your shield's equipped. Yep. Nope. No limitations. Pretty awesome.
All right, you have knocked it prone. I'm assuming that's what you wanted to do.
I do.
All right, you have knocked it prone. All right, we move to the guardsman. He is going to disengage and make his way next to the Archduke. Okay, our scout Ivo is going to... Oh, he doesn't like where he's at all, but he's going to be also close to the Archduke as he gets here. He's going to fire a couple of shots at the one that currently has Zach in its maw. Both of those arrows will connect. 13 points of damage to the insectoid creature. Alrighty, this one's turn. All right, it's got a couple of juicy targets to pick from here. It's going to go ahead and snap its jaws at Barnaby. And Barnaby is currently blade warded. There's an 18 hit Barnaby.
Barnaby has a 17, so I need to roll a 1d4.
All right, 1 means you're still hit. 2 or higher, you're not hit. Okay, 19, you are not hit. Barnaby, your turn.
All right. So the creature's got Zach in his hands, right?
Well, it's got it in his pincers there, but yes.
Is he
And
is? Go ahead.
And Zach is down.
Yeah,
Correct.
I meant Zach. I'm sorry. So I'm sorry. I'm still walking around trying to take care of this dog issue. But so I can go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and let him have his opportunity attack.
All right, you step away. He'll try to attack you. And then 8 will miss.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action for Healing Word.
Are you sure Healing Word?
I'm sorry, not hit. No, I meant
Lay on hands?
my Lay on Hands. Yeah, so I'm going to go
All right.
ahead and all but 1 point on that. And I'll fix that after the turn just to save some time. So Zach has 14 points on that.
All right, 14 points of healing surge through Zach, making him conscious once again. Make sure you give yourself that 1 level of exhaustion. That was your bonus action, Barnaby. What else?
I'm going to use as my action. I'm going to go ahead and attack the creature in front of me. And Adam, I did not have a chance to test this weapon out, so it does have a +1. I'm just getting used to this new sheet, so I'll see if I fix it correctly.
Sure. We'll adjust on the fly if need be. 18 is going to hit.
All right, so the damage should show my radiance. Then I think it's wrong. It should be a 1d6, so it's probably showing.
Yeah, it added your mod twice. I don't know why that went to GM. That was odd. But yeah, so I'm going to take the 11 that you rolled, the 1d8 plus 3, but then you don't get the modifier again, so you just rolled a 5.
Right.
So it looks like to me it would be 16 plus your dueling 2, 18 total damage.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that. I'll take a look at that later.
+1 for the magic item.
Yeah, +1. I don't know if it shows the +1 on there. I added in there, Adam, but I may have done it wrong. So
what's your charisma? Is it +3?
my charisma is a +3, correct?
Okay, so it looks like it's not currently in there, so I'll take 1 more off.
All right, and that'll end my turn. Thanks.
All right, we move to Caliban.
One thing to clarify quick, because Grim had mentioned that he used an action surge to equip his shield. We didn't have time to do that. I guess as soon as the ground started rumbling, we'd be not ready for that.
Correct. So my assumption is that you're not just randomly walking with your shield equipped all the time, because it doesn't, make sense. It would be on your arm all the time. So that first turn that you had when the ground started to shake, if you didn't do it then before they popped out, or if your initiative wasn't good enough that they were already there, then I'm assuming you don't have your shield currently equipped.
Okay, I'll adjust things accordingly. It just impacts which kind of damage I roll. So Caliban's going to, now that he sees that Barnaby is tended to Zach, turns his focus back to the creature right in front of him and tries a two-handed attack with his sword.
All right, putting 2 hands to the blade, you slash downwards towards the creature. Ooh, 12 is going to miss, but you have the leadership die from the Archduke. Roll a d4.
Yeah, maybe.
13. Oh, unfortunately, that is going to miss.
No, I'm going to hang on to it. I'm going to save that action surge. That is all.
Okay, we move to Glory.
Quick question. What is your interpretation of fly? If I say I fly up 15 feet in the air, do I stay 15 feet in the air?
Yes,
Or is your
unless the ability says you must land at the end of the turn or something like that, fly generally moves. You can hover.
Okay. I'm going to move here. Bonus action, polearm strike on that one.
Okay. 21 will hit.
Wait, what was that? That should just be 4.
Just 4. Okay, I thought that looked a little high. All right, smacks into it, wounding it.
Halberd attack, same one.
$15 will also hit. All right, slashing into it and wounding it badly. Okie doke. This one's turn. Let's see. Okay, it is going to move forward and bite at Zach. So Zach, since this is not the one that's grappling you, this is just regular. If the one that's grappling you attacks, then it's at advantage. 12. I believe that is going to miss. Yep, that does not connect.
Yeah, that'll miss.
All right, we move to Archgale.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action, healing word on Zach. Let me do the macro.
All right, you
Just get
utter a
first level.
chant of magic as the healing floats over towards Zach, invigorating him.
Maybe if I can, let me select myself. Oh, there it is. Okay.
While we're waiting for that to post, was Throm the last name of the BG3 family in the Shadowlands?
I don't know, actually.
Looks familiar. All right, 13 back to Zach. What else?
Then I will magic. Well, magic. That's not the word I'm looking for. The thing, the channel divinity, divine spark healing on myself.
All right, I'm not sure I've seen this one. Go ahead and put. Oh yeah, actually, I think you did use this once before. Go ahead and post that.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Okay, yeah. So 1d8 plus 5. It looks like. Go ahead and roll that. Okay, 8 points back to yourself.
And then I got some resource reporting, but I'll do that in my turn.
Alrighty, this one's turn. He's going to make his way over to here. Let's see. Actually, he's going to go like that. And then he's going to usher forth a line of acid. Let's see. Now that I'm doing the measurement, I'm going to put him a little bit back. Let me just make sure he had legal movement to get there. No, he did not. So I'm going to put him there. All right, so that's not going to get Archgale, but that will get, I'm going to call that the Scout, Glory, and Caliban. Deck saves, please. All right, so Glory will fail, Caliban will fail. You will take 14 points of acid damage. We can give the Scout a quick save. Scout is going to succeed. He is going to take 7.
There's no option to shield that, right?
Do you mean the spell shield?
The spell, yeah.
No, the spell shield is against attacks. This is a saving throw, so unfortunately, no.
Got it. Okay.
All right, so that is that one's turn. Move to this one's turn. Yeah, he's just going to move up and take a chomp against Caliban. 20, I believe that is going to hit.
Unless I can shield it.
You certainly can if you wish, if you've got that slot.
I do.
All right, so go ahead and burn that shield slot. That's your reaction. That'll set your AC to 22. That will miss. Ignore that damage. Alrighty, this one's turn. All right, he currently has Zach grappled, so he is going to attempt to bite Zach with advantage. 23, that is going to hit Zach. 17 points of damage against Zach. All right, this guy is going to spend half of his movement to stand up. And then he is going to try to bite at Grim. Bite coming in. 24, that's certainly got a hit. 14 points of damage against Grim. All right, Zach, currently grappled in the mandible pincers of this insect. What would you like to do?
I would like to cloud jaunt out of the way.
I thought you might. Yeah, feel free.
30 feet away is, say, there.
That's only 25 if you want to go farther.
There. And then I will cast... Sorry, my screen just got... Dissonant Whispers. This one.
All righty, Dissonant Whispers. Go ahead and set yourself back to public. I believe that is a wisdom saving throw. Yes, it is. Here it comes.
Yep, sorry.
Okay, that will be affected. It must use its a reaction immediately, which it has. Let's see, to move away from you. So I'm going to call that this way. Grim, it moves there. Would you like to take an opportunity attack?
I do.
23 will connect. All right, your flail smashes into the creature. It will move to here. Runak, would you like to take an opportunity attack?
Yes, I will.
Yeah, that'll hit. Wounding the creature again. It's going to squeeze here. So that's 5, 10, 20, 25. I'll apply that one extra point of damage. Archgal, I don't think you have a weapon in hand, right?
I do. I am a warcaster now.
Oh, okay. Would you like to take an opportunity attack?
But yes, in fact, I'm going to do that with magic.
All right. I think it allows you to cast a cantrip, right? Which one?
I'm going to use Toll of the Dead.
All right. Wisdom saving throw. Here it comes. 20. I believe that's going to succeed. It's going to then move there.
Wow.
All right. That is your spell, Zach. Anything else?
Yeah, I will use my movement now to run 5, 10, 15. Say about there. I think close enough to my friends, but far enough away. And that will end my turn.
All right, good deal. That'll move us to the top of the next round. Runak.
Okay, Runak doesn't want him to get away, so I'm going to run down here, actually, and get the hurt one. All right, nice swing.
$25. That'll certainly hit. All right, the blade comes down, slaying the creature.
Okay. And was that the one that the hex? That wasn't the hexed one, huh?
It was indeed the hexed one, yes.
Okay, so then for my bonus action, I will move the hex to the other one that I'm next to.
All right, hex move to that one. Okay, that takes us to the Archduke. Again, quick reminder, this leadership die is up for a minute. Attack rolls or saving throws, you can add that D4. He is going to come down here to attack this wounded one, and he'll stab forth. He'll hit. Wounding it, attack again, miss, attack a third time. Wound 9 total points of damage is going to kill this one on the dot. So he manages to slay that one.
I was rolling his D4.
Oh, he doesn't get it, unfortunately.
Oh, bummer.
He'll step back to here to try to get as many of you as he can into the... Actually, he'll do one more because he sees Zach way back there. So he'll get back to there. Grim.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25 in the flank. Bonus action, second wind.
All right, 10 HP
Action
restored.
attack.
Yeah, make your attack flank. That'll certainly connect. All right, your flail smashes into it for 12 points of damage. Okay, guardsman's turn. He is going to dodge. Scout's turn. He evaluates who is wounded at the moment. He will step over to here, fire off a couple of quick shots at the bug. Hitting on both attacks for 12 points of damage. We move to this one's turn. All right, it is still attacking Caliban, so snapping. And remind me, Caliban, is shield still up for you?
It would have been. Yeah, I haven't had a turn. Since.
Yep. All right, AC 22 then. Here comes the attack. Oof. Critically hitting. I had to double check, right? All right, let me just see the damage. Yeah, primarily this is slashing, so here comes the slashing critical. All right, just a true crit. Regular crit damage. Here it comes. Oof. 27 points of damage on Caliban.
That will down him.
Yeah, I just want to double check so you guys see those sixes. 6, 4, 6, 5 on those damage rolls. Ouchies. All right, the second part wasn't as much, but yeah, Caliban, that's going to take you down, and you are now grappled as the pincers have snatched you up. What I will say, because I don't think it's fair to do this all in one bit, but what I will say is you're going to notice this NCAG move back to the hole, and it's in the process of pulling Caliban down the hole. All right, Barnaby.
All right, seeing that.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Let me double check one quick thing there too. Glory, you didn't say anything, but he just moved out of your reach. Do you still have your reaction?
Yeah, I do.
Would you like to take an opportunity attack?
Yes, I would.
All right, go ahead and do that. Yeah, 19 will hit. All right, that slash will wound him. Apologies, Barnaby. You're up.
All right, I'm going to take the long way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That should only be 7 points of damage total.
Only 7. Okay, thanks for that. I'm going to add 7 back.
Oh, never mind. I'm not going to attack him now. But no, just kidding. Okay. All right. And Adam, on this one here, check if you don't mind checking on my pack weapon, Moonsteel, to make the attack should be right, and we'll see how the damage is working as well, because it should get the +1.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and post that guy. Well, that's going to miss, but let's just check the... So I see you rolled a 4, you added 3 for charisma, 2 for proficiency, 1 custom bonus. That looks correct to me. Yeah, so... or wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, right. Because the second number is what's showing. You actually rolled a 1 on your first attack. So the 1 is actually a fumble. I don't know why that's not showing for you, but that's going to be a fumble.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and fumble that thing.
All right, you are quite embarrassed.
All right, and I went 5, so I'm going to go 6 here, and I'm going to use my last point of lay on hands for my buddy there.
All right, Caliban gets 1 HP, becomes conscious, is still grappled. Caliban, go ahead and give yourself that 1 level of exhaustion. Anything else, Barnaby? Okay, Caliban, that puts you right into order. So you're currently grappled, but what would you like to do?
Good question. I guess first order is to get some hit points back. I will second wind. Oops, I haven't used that yet. Where do I roll that though? It's in features and traits, but I don't see where to roll it.
Go to the combat tab. It's down there in a head. It's in
Oh, it's
green.
in combat.
Yeah, you'll see the 1d4 plus whatever. And
There.
1d10.
Thank you.
All right, nice roll. 9 back.
And then I will attempt to break free from the.
You want to break the grapple? Sure. So your choice of athletics or acrobatics.
I'll take athletics, please.
That is on the dot. You managed to break free. You're no longer grappled.
And but I am prone, or
Realistically, probably, but I'm not going to say that. Probably when he pulled you, hit the rocks, you kind of stumbled up a bit. I'll say you're standing.
I guess I used my movement anyway. And I will then use my action surge. See, I saved that for a reason.
All right, action surge.
To spank him.
All right, you slash out with another bout of energy here. Yeah, that'll connect.
I rolled that one-handed, but I don't have my shield, so I can roll 200 damage, right?
You can indeed, yeah. All right, 8 points of damage. That'll wound it.
That's all I can do in my turn. That was an eventful turn.
Absolutely, yes. All right, Glory.
I'm going to use Warrior of the Gods to heal 3d12.
3d12. There's a big heal. Let's hopefully those d12s work for you. Sometimes those guys are bad. All right, there you are. Not bad at all. 17.
Then I'm going to move here and smack this one with my halberd.
All right, you attack at range with the halberd. Go ahead and make that attack. 19, yeah, that'll hit. 11 points of damage. You wound it badly. Alrighty, this one's turn. It sees that tasty guard. It's going to step up and try to bite him at disadvantage since the guard is currently dodging. 9. The guard manages to evade that attack. Archgale.
All right. Super stoked about this, but I'm gonna go ahead and move 5, 10, 15, 20. And I will cast Lay on Hands at this, or sorry, Lay on Hands. Cure Wounds at the second level.
Cure Wounds, second level. Okay, that should be a big heal.
Let me do the macro. Upcasting it gives me it gives me 2 d8s. Okay, an additional 2.
That is indeed a big boy
Nice.
heal. 25 points of healing back to Caliban.
Ooh, that feels better. Thank you.
And then let's see, that was my movement. So I was 20. Let's go ahead and move 5, 10 for the last and end my turn.
Alrighty, this one is currently sapped. He's got a couple targets. He's going to choose Grim, so he's going to attack Grim at disadvantage. 22. That is going to hit Grim. All right, damage did not post. Let me do it the other way if I can. 13 points of damage to Grim there. This one's turn. Oh, he sees this beautiful line. He's going to move here, and he's going to spit forward a line of acid. I'm going to need Caliban, Barnaby, and Glory to all give me deck saves.
Hey, Adam, on that 1d4, do we wait until after, or do we have to call it now?
Let me double check exactly how that's worded.
Yeah.
I mean, the way it's worded tells me that you're declaring it beforehand. So it says, whenever a non-hostile creature that he can see within 30 feet makes an attack roll or saving throw, the creature can. So you're making a choice of whether to add it or not.
All right, I'm going to add it now in case it matters. So, well, I don't think it'll matter, but I'll roll it anyway, just to feel good about getting closer.
I was going to say, did we get the D4 from...
So that's what Barnaby was just asking about. The way it's worded, you basically have to say, yes, I'm going to use that D4, and then roll it before the save. I don't know if there's... let me just double check. I don't know if this is limited.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking it doesn't matter because it lasts a minute.
Yeah. So I get right. So I guess it does. Yeah, you could use it after technically because it doesn't say like only once per turn. So we can just assume you're always using it. All right, good clarification there. Okay, so unfortunately, Barnaby, even with that, you'll still fail. The other two will succeed. So I think I built a macro for this, and I haven't been using it this entire time. Oh, nope, that is not working. All right. Ooh, that's a big one. 19 points of damage. So if you failed it, 19. If you succeeded, 9 points of damage. All right, Zach.
Okay, I'm going to start off by drinking a potion of healing.
All right.
And then I will cast at the second level a chromatic orb at this one, and I believe I get the 1d4, right, from being within range.
Yeah, as long as you're within 30 feet of him, yep.
So add 2, which basically just negates the effects of exhaustion.
Yes, good call.
10's probably going to miss, but I have a feature that I can use, which is Seeking Spell.
Just to clarify, since you flagged the exhaustion on your sheet, it's already taking that 2 away, so that's technically a 12. 12 will miss, though.
Okay. And then I'm going to use Seeking Spell so I can re-roll a d20, so I'll just roll the attack roll again.
Okay. Thing. Yeah, that works. Yes, that will hit.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can't not kill him. Yes, he is dead. What type of damage was that?
That would be just thunder, and it looks like it does not bounce, so okay.
All right, he is dead.
All right, and that will be my turn. I'm going to hang out where I'm at.
All right, guys, that takes us to the top of the next round. We're a little over halfway through our session here. Let's pause, take our 15-minute break, come back on the other side, and wrap up this battle.
See you guys in a few.
Squash these bugs.
Welcome, everybody, back to the second half of our session. Team is currently in battle, guys. Let's get you over there. All right, we're at the top of the next round, and we have Runok up.
Okay. I'm going to keep wailing away.
$14 flank 16 will hit. All right, the greatsword slashes in, wounding.
Just a heads up, that should be plus another 1 for the weapon master thing.
Okay, yep, 2 becomes a 3, got it.
And then 3 from the hex.
All right, I've taken it all off.
All right, and I guess as his bonus action, he'll cast Armor of Agathis on himself. And as it sort of surrounds him, it'd be like, "Come at me, bug."
All right. Anything else on your turn, Runak?
That will end my turn.
All right. The Archduke is going to loop around and say, "Come, let's take this one down, Albin." And he will strike out with his rapier, hitting 3 times. All right. He pokes the bug several times. We move to Grim.
Let me roll that d4.
Well, flank is 15, 18. Yeah, that'll hit.
Let's do this.
Mashing
And
into it
the
and wounding it.
strength saving throw as I try to knock him prone, because why not?
Yeah, that'll knock him prone. All right, Albin's going to continue dodging. We're going to move to Ivo. Noticing his Duke here take up against this one. He's going to move down to here, fire a couple arrows off at it. Oh, he's going to fumble once. Can't double fumble, but he would if you could. All right, he loses combat footing. Difficult recovering. Enemies have advantage on attack rolls against you till the end of your next turn. All right, he's going to slide back up here to hope that he doesn't get attacked. And we'll move to Barnaby.
All right, seeing a juicy flank. 1, 2. I'm going to come there. I'm going to attack with my Moonsteel Rapier.
Yeah, that'll connect.
All right, and with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the damage at him, which of course may need to be recalculated.
That looks correct to me, right? And it looks like you're just missing the extra radiant damage.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I may have messed with it. Hold on.
Yeah, for now. Yeah, I was going to say you could just do it that way. All right, 17
Yeah,
off.
and I'm also going to add a smite onto that.
Okay, bonus action smite. All right, that'll be 4. You don't get the +2 dueling style, but I'll take 4 off.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay, that'll take us to Caliban.
Caliban's gonna scramble out of this hole, or just I'm assuming he was down a couple of feet there. He almost got dragged. And didn't really like seeing the archer get in the way there, so he's gonna move to give him some cover. Just, I guess, just to here. And I want that shield, or do you want to do some damage? I got one more shield left. I am gonna two-handed smack the bug below me.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
Ooh.
Blade cuts into the bug once again.
And one last thing, which I will do, I think. 10 plus 4. Yeah, I will bonus action and second wind. Yeah, that worked out well. Perfect. And then my turn.
All right, Glory.
All right, I'm gonna move down a little bit and try to hit this one with my halberd.
Yeah, that'll connect. Wounding the creature as it bites into it.
I'm gonna polearm strike.
Okay, that'll hit as well. The bug is looking very badly hurt.
What is that? 1 + 4 + 2 + 2. That should only be 6.
6 only? Okay, I'll give him back 2. Alrighty, this bug's turn. He is going to... He's going to continue attacking the guard. Disadvantage as the guard is currently dodging. 7 is going to miss. Alden is holding the line. Alright, Archgale.
All right, I'm going to channel divinity, divine spark. Give that to Grim,
Ooh, I feel better. Rava!
and then bonus action. I'm going to healing word at the 2nd level at Barnaby.
Healing machine. Alright, let's see it.
Okay. And that's how much we will get
Nice.
back.
Barnaby not noticing where it came from because he's so focused on this big bug creature. You hear him yell out, "Thank you, forest! Thank you, God of the forest, for healing me."
All right, and that is, well, do I want to move? I think you guys got it under control. Oh, my turn.
Alrighty, this guy will stand up from prone. He is going to attack Runok this time
With sap.
at disadvantage. 6, that will miss. No longer sapped. This guy's turn. He's going to attack Caliban.
I think he might be sap too, isn't he? He is sap because I hit him. I'd forgotten about that.
Alright, I will count sap, but it's still a 19 to hit you.
I'm gonna shield that one.
Sure, yeah. Burn that slot and your reaction.
Burn that
That will
last one.
count as a miss. We'll move to Zach.
Alright, start by moving down here. Point out at this one and launch a crack of energy at him.
Yes, that'll hit.
Okay.
Nice. That lightning charges
Wow.
into it, wounding it badly.
Okay, and then I will bonus action innate sorcery as well, because I can.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, top of the round, Runok.
Okay. Slides over there. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna get the flank. Goes over there, then he goes back.
I was like, where are
And
you going?
I just didn't want to be in a line. And he's going to attack.
A 13 will miss.
Should I roll the 1d4 or whatever from the?
You sure
Yes,
can.
Okay.
you should.
14 hits, so you don't have to bother rolling it. But yeah, 14 hits.
Okay.
All right, you slash into it, wounding it.
That's the hex.
All right, the bug is looking badly hurt.
And then it should actually be 2 more from the weapon thing. Sorry, it's not built into it, but because I rolled a 1 on one of those damage dice.
Yep. Remind me between sessions. We'll get a macro set up for you for that.
All right, cool. And that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty, the Archduke's turn. He's going to nimbly sidle around to here to take the flanking position on the creature and stab out a few times. He will hit 2 of the 3 times, wounding the creature a bit. Let's see. And he'll move back to here to try to get a little bit closer to you guys. Grim. That will connect and kill the bug.
And then I'll move. I can move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there.
Alrighty, this guard is going to continue dodging. It's working for him so far. Alright, on this guy's turn, he's going to loop around to here, take a couple of shots. Ooh, he'll miss both times that time. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't even matter to roll the leadership die.
You need to
All
work
right.
on your aim, buddy.
Yeah, that's double fumble and then bad. He does. Yeah, Barnaby.
All right, here we go.
Let's see. 10 would miss.
So 1d4.
Sure. Ooh, wait a minute. You are 35 feet away, unfortunately, so no 1d4.
Oh, from where he's standing and everything? Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Right.
So that will miss.
All right. But I was close, kind of. Yeah.
All right, Caliban.
I don't think Caliban has had a kill this entire campaign.
No pressure.
Usually the Archduke comes in and finishes things off. Let's see here. Let's see what he can do.
A 14 will hit.
All right.
Hey, you've got your first kill. The bug is slayed.
And he will move over to help with the last one.
All right, Glory.
I'll move here and attack this one with the halberd.
That'll hit. Wounding the bug.
Polearm strike.
That will miss.
Exit.
All right, the bug's turn.
Can you hit with a D4? Is it possible?
No. AC's 14, unfortunately.
It's rolled into that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. Okay. Let's see. He's got several targets to pick from now. 1, 2, 3. He's going for Caliban. All right, Caliban, he's going to try to bite you. Critically hitting you again.
Why did I move over there again? Okay.
All right,
I actually, yeah, I was wondering because it wasn't going to cause a flank or anything. I thought it was funny. Yeah.
All right, so this is a true crit plus a bleed effect of 1d6 at the start of its next turn. Just once, though, not a reapplying. Here comes the crit damage. That'll be 24 points of damage to you there, Caliban. As those pincers... Yeah, I was going to say, as those pincers get you really tightly...
Oh.
It hurts, but he stays conscious.
How glib. Cabin's fine. I'll heal him in a second. I'm gonna move there and cast I'm gonna
Well,
cast-
you know what? In the essence of time, he's got 3 HP left. He's not getting another turn, so we're gonna say you guys have killed him. Caliban, there's no way to avoid that extra 1d6 HP, so just roll 1d6, take that off yourself, and we are out of combat, folks.
Oh man, well I guess it's the result's the same because I have 7, so even if I work this, I'm still okay. Caliban is real shaky on his feet.
Did you guys see me? I killed one.
Good job.
Yeah, I attest his sword actually works.
Haha,
Uh,
teamwork! See how well we did, Elbin! Good job, everyone!
Do we
You're
have-
a very inspiring leader. I appreciate that. I felt one team for sure.
He swashes his rapier and then sheaths it.
I don't like these things.
Do we have 10 minutes to
Yeah.
spare, do you think?
Come on, Cal. Get yourself up. Come on.
No, I think I'm bleeding quite badly actually.
I can cast a pair of healing.
I can heal someone if they need it. I can heal.
Yeah, prayer healing also gives us a short rest, which, is always good.
So what's a prayer of healing? It's a short rest that lasts 10 minutes?
Yep, that's correct. And you get a bonus 2d8 with your short rest.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, if we want to take a break here and everything, I can go ahead and just heal anyway, just to make sure in case any baddies come by.
Oh, I could do that if need be.
Yeah, but I get my healing back on a short rest.
Oh, well, then absolutely, actually.
Oh, wait a second. That may be my paladin. It doesn't matter. Here we go.
I'm still bleeding quite badly.
Get you back for 11.
Oh, that's better. Thank you.
Anyone else need any?
I could always use some healing.
All right. I won't even charge you anything. Ha ha ha.
How does that work? We do a short rest, but we get +9. Is that?
Correct. And it only takes 10 minutes.
All right, and you get 15.
All right, so that's only up to 5 creatures. Who are you selecting for that, Archgale?
Oh, I guess it'll be Caliban.
I would gladly take it, even though I'm full of my vitals.
Do you need a short rest?
It would help me with some of my magical power.
Okay.
I don't need a short rest. I say we march on like an orc would do.
All right, well, I'm going to give it to Caliban, Barnaby, the Archduke. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, and then Glory and...
Zach? Get Zach.
No, wait. Sorry, not Glory. I'm going to do Runok and then Zach.
Did everybody follow who got that? As long as you guys know, I'm good with that. One thing I'll throw out there as a reminder, those of you guys that are taking a short rest here that suffered exhaustion from falling to 0, remember as part of the house rule, you get to make a con save DC 10 to try to shake that off.
I don't think we've short rested before.
Zach, I'll give you my inspiration.
Yeah, sure. Roll it again.
Oh,
my
on the
God.
dot.
I have a +5 to that and almost failed it twice.
I haven't done this before. Do I have to pick how many hit die do I re-roll? Is that what I'm choosing?
Yeah, that's where it'll have the classes on the bottom there.
Yeah. Okay, and I choose how many I'm going to roll.
Yep, so you can do it one at a time if you want to try to conserve the dice, right? You can be like, oh, 1, see where your HP's at, do another one. You should be able to do that.
Oh, I see that I actually rolled them as soon as I clicked on them. Okay.
Yes, yep, they're posting to chat, yep.
Oh, quick question. I'm realizing that it rolled this way. The DC 10, does that include the -2 from the exhaustion?
Yes, it would.
Okay, yeah, because that's also why. So it's only a +3. It's the total modifier.
All right, so we saw Zach's con save. Caliban, did you make your con save yet to shake off your exhaustion?
I have not. I'm trying to do that.
Okay,
No.
unfortunately, that is still hanging out with you. Alrighty, folks, so you guys have defeated these creatures as you're trying to march overland to Jost. Let's go ahead and get you back to the overland map. All right, so as a reminder, you're currently in your second day of travel when you failed that check and stumbled into a nest of kegs. Obviously, you're going to continue marching, but is there anything else you'd like to do before you continue marching? All right, hearing nothing, I'll assume you guys are good to continue moving. So the rest of that day goes uneventfully so. This was your second time you failed the check, but I don't think we rolled that even odd die. Last time was Grim, so anybody but Grim, feel free to throw me any die of your choice. All right, that's an odd number, so you travel at normal pace. So you guys have made 2 full days of travel, 6 days remaining. All right, yep, feel free to take your long rest as you guys sleep out overnight, wake up in the morning, and continue your travel. Which skill would you like to use this time for traveling? As a reminder, it's either stealth, survival, or deception. I would say after 2 days of traveling, you're starting to see outlying farms, maybe some small villages, so you're starting to see more signs of life at this point.
Maybe some stealthiness?
I'm fine with that.
Stealth.
Okay.
All right, you guys choose stealth. Everybody, please give me a stealth check. All right, Glory has advantage on his.
Someone needs to help me out because I rolled a 2.
I have disadvantage because of my armor.
Yep.
All right, I see 4 fails so far. All right, this 5 failures. So unfortunately, you will not be successful as you try to sneak your way through Krakovar here.
What really quick question is 4 the minimum we need?
There's
guess I didn't know.
7 of you plus the Archduke, so that's 8. So you have to make, let's see. At least half the group, so you have to have 4 successes.
Okay, I'm gonna spend my inspiration that I just got because of a long rest to re-roll my dice.
Okay. Okay, that will succeed. All right, so you guys do manage to evade detection. As a reminder, as part of stealth, you're moving at a slow speed. Just double checking the number of miles that you travel when moving slow. But I believe it is like 16 instead of 24. While I'm looking that exact number up, you guys do manage to once again sleep and then wake up in the morning, and you would be on day 3. The exact distance still to go to be calculated here in a moment, but what is our plan for the next day?
Do we still get the benefits of a long rest?
You do, yes.
All right, I'll get my inspiration again.
And long rest, we shake the exhaustion on long rest, right?
Correct.
Does anybody else want some like fresh meat out here on the trail? I'm a little sick of this food. Perhaps I could go hunt something for us to eat.
That'll slow us down.
Slightly Randy Donkey's not doing it for you anymore?
I guess it's okay.
Peanut's leg is thawing off.
Just take a bite in that.
See, it's
Here,
long
I'll-
since thawed. It's been multiple days at this point.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Runak will just chomp on a leg of the donkey.
Okay, fair enough. All right, guys, this is your 4th day of travel to head over to Jost. Which skill would you like to pick today?
Stay with stealth.
Well, we have a lot of disadvantage. Maybe we should try. Well, how would we look with deception?
Yeah, we tried deception. We're not very.
I got no negatives, no bonuses.
Yeah, I don't either.
Same. At least it's not.
It might be better than disadvantage though. I'm
I think we're best on survival, honestly. Like,
probably as a group, yeah. I'm quite deceptive, but I don't know if anybody else is.
But I have a thought in my head.
I'm okay.
We were told in my head that if you do same one multiple, the DC gets higher.
It's true. We also have
No.
the robes, so we could maybe use those to try to make this a little easier if we
oh
pretend.
yeah, yeah. If you guys put on I have a pair of robes and a cultist mask. If you guys want it.
I can just look like whoever you want me to.
So I think
in my character sheet, I have 7 cultist robes, and no, 1 cultist robe and 7 cultist masks.
yeah, I think we all had a robe. And then we've got.
We'll definitely double check your sheet, because remember when you guys were there, I said there's plenty here for you all to take on. Just make sure you write it down, right? So same rules apply. If it's on your sheet, you're good. What I will tell you, just from mechanical purpose, the robes will give you advantage on this check. The masks will not. The masks were more of like a party kind of thing. It's the actual robes that identify you as a cultist.
I have them on my sheet.
So do I.
I also have a risque
Same.
outfit.
No, don't
Whoa.
I might give you advantage for other
that's
rolls,
for
but not this one.
persuasion checks.
There you go.
Did somebody take the robe off of Braddock? Is there an extra robe that the Caliban could wear?
I only have 1 on my sheet.
Yeah, I've
I
only got
have
the one.
one.
Caliban could maybe pose as a prisoner.
I could also just give you mine, and I can just try to roll it naturally. I don't know.
I actually have one. They gave me one, I guess.
And Runak said he could look like whatever he wants, right?
That's true. I can make my clothes look like the cultist robe if I want to.
Yeah, you want to. Yeah, that'd be cool.
So I don't know if this one will fit you, but here you could have the one I was going to wear. And Runak tosses it to Caliban.
I don't think we did sizing on the robe, so we'll assume if you have it, it fits.
I'm going to stick to my cloak of elven kind, but I'll give one of the robes to the scout.
Okay, that'll work.
We have them as well, right?
You'll hear a little bit of grumbling from the Archduke about having to don the attire of the enemy, but after explaining why, okay. All right, so it sounds like that is the plan. You guys are using deception for day 4 of travel. Please give me a deception check.
Remind me, this is with advantage if we have the robes.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Feel
No one could detect me.
Feel free to remind me that you have advantage. The DC is 12 at the moment, so let me know who failed.
I don't.
Does it count if I have disguise self going?
I'll give you advantage for that. Yep.
Sorry, what was the DC?
12.
Yeah, I failed it.
So Barnaby, are you robed up?
Yes, sir. I even have some extra rope because mine's a little big. So,
So I'm counting like 5 passes, right? So that looks to me like you guys are good there. So let's see, deception. All right, so you get to travel at a fast pace that day. which is going to make up for your slow pace the day before. So you'll get 32 miles.
Which is impressive if anybody's ever walked 32 miles with a 60-pound pack. Whew.
Yes, adventurers are made of the good stuff, right? All right, so we have you guys down to 92 miles remaining. So you can think of yourself probably somewhere here-ish in the travels as you're making your way to Jost. Once again, you guys would bed down, sleep for the night, take a long rest, wake up in the morning, and be ready to travel for day 5. Day 5, which skill would you like to choose?
I
Should we
really
do-
pulled this deception again. I really pulled it off with my 3.
Yeah, as long as we keep getting some advantage, I think it's a good idea. Well, other than you, Grim.
I think it's
I
worth
do
it.
have inspiration though, so I can give that or use it if needed.
I think deception again is the way to go. It worked.
Keep good
We-
things going.
We don't have any free robes, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Well, if you want my robe, I can roll without it. Not that I'm, may not be great, but it may be better than yours.
Yeah.
Let's see if
Definitely.
the robe fits you. So, Adam, I will not be rolling with advantage on this next one.
All right, fair enough. So it sounds like you guys have decided on deception. I see Grimm's rolls already out there. Feel free to add your deception rolls and just remind me if you're rolling with advantage.
I will be rolling with advantage.
All right, so I see I'm looking at Barnaby. You said no, so
And
that's a
this one.
failure. Archgale is a no. That's a failure. Zach, you said yes, so you're good. So I see 2 failures, 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. That's going to be enough. So you guys are good at 5 successes. All right, once again, you travel another 32 miles. You have 60 miles remaining in your travel. You guys managed to sleep
Ooh.
out overnight once again. Take a long rest. Wake up in the morning. This overland travel is getting to you. You're like, can we be there already? But you're realizing you're potentially within 2 days of Jost.
I was gonna say if we do deception 2 more times, we'll get there.
So is it 12? It might be a 14, but I think we could with our advantage. Yeah, right?
Well, we have to. Yes,
Because it's going to be a higher DC now, but
yes.
we have advantage if we have the ropes. Let's do it.
We
We just gotta
What
pray
have
we don't
we
run
done?
into any bloodsuckers.
We've done survival twice, stealth once, and deception twice.
but we have advantage. Advantage is
Yeah, it's advantage on deception. It's disadvantage on stealth, which disadvantage on stealth is probably our worst option.
Yeah.
Deception.
All right, still masked or robed up. You guys just choose deception for this next day of travel. Throw deception checks.
Again, not at advantage.
Fail.
I am at advantage.
I'm only seeing 2 failures, so yes, you guys will succeed there as well.
If you're not going to wear the cloak right, then you may as well not even wear it.
All right, you guys are getting close to the border. As a reminder, if you look over on the Midgard map that is linked in our Discord and you use the political boundaries, you'll be able to see that the border of Krakovar ends just south of Jost. So as you're getting closer to the border of the Wolfmark. This is a different sovereign nation. Obviously, this is where you're going for the Archduke to try to convince the dwarves to assist in the battle against the undead of Krakovar. So just keep in mind, you're getting close to that border at this point. And potentially 1 day or maybe a little bit more than 1 day, depending on what you choose to do, of travel. What would you guys like to do for this last day?
Can you remind us? So the kind of the failure cases were different for different things, right? Like, 'cause trying to do deception is walk in plain sight, so we might be right in the face of the enemy, whereas nature is kind of just potentially getting lost or finding some woodland critter type things, right?
Correct. Yeah, right on the money. And then stealth, you're moving slowly. Again, you're trying to avoid patrols at night and you're trying to avoid villages during the day. So, yes, as far as the downsides, they all are like a little bit of a carryover or crossover between them. You could run into enemies with any of the three, but deception, I would say, is the most likely one where you're going to be detected by like actual forces of Krakovar.
That is a very
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah. So I mean, based on that, my thought would be we maybe tried the nature for the last one.
Yeah,
I think
do
the
survival.
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 All right, survival it is. This is the third time using survival. Go ahead and throw me survival checks, folks.
Yeah, we know the answer here.
Yes, we do.
Wow.
Do we only need one? No. Oh, we do.
I think only one person passed.
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
unless Barnaby's at advantage.
Oh, no. That's right. All right, cool.
No, Barnaby was looking at the stars and everything. Aren't they pretty?
All right, you guys are. And this one I also need somebody besides the other two that have rolled the even odd die. Just somebody new. Roll me an even odd die. Okay, that is an odd number, so you travel at normal travel. All right, so by the time this day comes to an end, you only have 6 miles to go to get to Jost. It is near the end of your travel, so you're traveling here. You're realizing you're not making as good of time as you were traveling over land in the more careful areas of your travel. It is starting to get late. You're noticing that the sun in the sky is kind of starting to fall short. Things are, nighttime is certainly coming upon you. As you guys are moving in this direction, passing a little bit of plains and feeling like it's just so absolutely close, you can just start to smell it. I'm going to move you guys to a different map. This area here represents the direction that you're traveling. Once again, northwest is the direction that you're heading. You're passing by this little like rock face cliff. You're seeing some boulders, some scrub brush around you. Feel free to position yourselves where you'd like. Make sure if you haven't already taken your long rest or reapplied any effects that apply each time to do so. I'm going to boost the Archduke's HP back to max because he, of course, would have taken a long rest. All right, I'm going to give it 5 seconds before I lock tokens. Okay, tokens are locked. I'm going to put everybody in initiative. Okay, so as you guys are moving along this path, Mr. Alert, would you like to offer to switch initiative?
Yes, I would like to offer it to Grim.
I'll take it. So you take a 14, I'll take a 23.
Sounds good.
All right, I see that. Initiative has been resorted. All right, so as you're making your way up this path, and again, you're feeling like, oh, this is just so close. I can feel it. We're almost there. This long journey's coming to an end. You suddenly hear a cacophony of howling, spiritual kind of sounds. Like it has this ethereal quality to it, as though ghostly wolves are all around you. I'm going to unlock the tokens. Grim, you're the first to react as you hear this.
Action, put my shield on.
And let me remember move this light barrier before I forget.
On alert. Put my shield on. I'm going to separate from the group a little bit. 15 to there. go one more 20 to see if I can see what's going on. I don't see anything.
2 arms! I see nothing to the northwest! My lord, stay behind me! He will move up and take the dodge action. Glory.
Oh, I see something.
As you get to that spot, Glory, you set an eye upon it. You notice this flurry of spiritual ghostly wolves with reddish eyes all converge, moving inside and outside of each other.
Over here! I don't want anything to do with that. I'm going to take the dodge action. And I'm going to take some rage.
Alrighty, Archgale.
All right. Let me just check. Because I can see it. Okay. It's 20 feet away. I'm going to channel divinity turn undead.
Alrighty, wisdom save incoming. I believe that passes.
DC 15. Yep.
Alright, it is not turned.
Bonus action. I will cast. Let me see how far away. Cast Shield of Faith on Grim.
Russia rules.
Oh, I just
That's
realized I
pretty cool.
accidentally moved the guard back with an undo action. I'll put him back where he was. Sorry about that, Archgale. Go ahead.
Okay. So that's for that, and this is going to be for that. And I'm going to stay right next to the Archduke and in my turn.
All right, the Archduke is going to brandish his rapier again, swinging it up in the air, and he says, "No beast will stop us from our righteous mission! We shall get to Joust!" He will use his leadership die on everybody. Barnaby.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put on my shield. Why not? I'll move over here, and then I'll end my turn.
Okay, Runok.
Another ghost. Runok's gonna run.
No, it's not a ghoul. It's not a ghoul. It's just a ghost. It's just a ghost.
Dash.
You know that this campaign is called Empire of the Ghouls. You need to rethink your,
Dash.
you need to rethink
Dash
your
running.
flaws a little bit.
All right, this cacophony of wolf howling sounds starts to come from overhead as the swarm of creatures, flies, lands here on top of this 4 group of people. As it does so, it unleashes its icy doom. I need all 4 people that are close by it to give me Constitution saving throws. All right, I'm seeing some successes there. All right, so yeah, everybody except for our poor guard is going to succeed.
Does the guard get a 1d4 too?
Oh, yes, he does. All right, everybody will succeed on the save, suffering half of the damage of the icy doom. That will be 7 points of cold damage to everybody in the area. Guardsman looks badly hurt from that. All right, after unleashing its icy doom, the creature will continue its attacks. It is going to take 1 attack. Let me roll it this way. So Archgale, you are not attacked. Everybody else in there is taking one of these attacks. So the first on the guardsman, second on Zach, third on Ivo. Okay, so miss, Ivo is struck. Ivo takes 14 points of damage and is badly hurt. All right, that was weird. On Ivo's turn, he ran off map, but let me put him back. All right, so on Ivo's turn, he is going to disengage as he is very badly hurt. He's going to make his way over to here, and he says, "Sorry, my lord, I can barely stand." Zach.
All right, I will cloud jaunt back here. Okay, and then I will use my action to cast Witch Bolt at the creature.
Yes, that will connect. All right, the lightning strikes into the swarm, zapping the ghostly wolves.
All right, and that will be my turn. I'm going to hang out here.
Alrighty, Caliban.
Caliban sees the Archduke behind me, sir, and step in. And since the thing looks a little bit ghostly, he's going to try to True Strike. Oop, not sure why that did twice. But basically, my understanding of True Strike is I would roll my normal attack with my sword, but use just my spellcasting, which is +3 instead of +5. So
Yes.
adjusted accordingly.
Yep, that works.
Okay.
With flank still, maybe, right?
Remember, it is currently flying above you guys' head, so nobody is flanking it.
Okay.
Yes, that will connect.
18?
That's an 18, yep.
And so I'll do the radiant damage instead of the sword damage. Is it the same for True Strike?
If you're rolling a D8, yes. I believe it's just 1D8 for True Strike.
If the attack deals damage, it can be radiant or the weapon's normal damage types. So I'm guessing, but it doesn't say anything about the D8. Because I'm doing it two-handed.
Let me reread it real quick. Oh, right. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's the extra damage is actually only D6s, but yes, yep. Go ahead and roll your normal damage.
Okay.
All right, so it'll be 8 points of radiant damage. That'll wound the swarm.
Okay. And yeah, that'll end my turn.
All right, top of the round, Grim.
So I can melee it. It's floating, but I can still hit melee if I get closer.
Correct.
Okay, then I'll go there, and I will swing at it.
19 will connect. All right, as your flail smashes into it, you realize it's not as effective as you'd hope.
Swinging through a cloud, huh? I'm gonna try to seal bash. Is the chalk the list off? Strength saving throw.
It is not bashed.
All right, and then I will end my turn.
All right, the guardsman also badly hurt. He's going to disengage and make his way over to here. Glory.
Move here. Am I within reach of it?
Yes.
I'm going to try to attack it with the halberd.
And just quick double check. You're not currently raging, are you?
Yeah, I dodged and then I raged last.
Dodge rage. Okay. Yes, 17 will connect. All right, you're going to notice that your slashing damage is not particularly effective.
I'm going to bonus action Celestial Revelation.
Okay, and which option are you selecting?
Heavenly Wings.
Okay.
That'll end my turn.
Alrighty, Archgale.
All right. Channel Divinity, turn undead.
Okay, as you channel turn undead once again, this does seem to take effect.
Okay. I will. Let's see. Let me make sure. Okay. I will let out. I will free action. I suppose. Say, don't attack him. He's turned. He's gonna run off. Let's leave.
Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word at the second level on the scout.
Okay.
Let me do that real quick. All right, there you go.
He is looking much better, and he thanks you from afar.
And then I will move 5, 10, 15, just around, and end my turn.
All right, the Archduke, hearing what you have said, he's going to come down here towards his men and adopt a defensive posture. Barnaby.
All right. Barnaby's going to cast Eldritch. No, just kidding. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cast Bless on Caliban, myself, and Archgale. Just in case.
Okay.
And then I'm going to also move down this way. And I'll end my turn.
All right, Runok.
I'm going to investigate what's on this side of the map. Ah! It's all clear.
Where is he
All right.
going?
You're going to notice the swarm of ghostly wolves is going to fly this way. Would anybody that is within reach like take an opportunity attack?
Nope.
I don't think it's out of my reach yet.
Yep. Move one more. How about now, Glory?
Yes. No. I take that back.
All right, fair enough. It'll continue flying away. It's going to take it off map in one turn. So I think we'll go ahead and end combat here, folks, because it's not going to be anywhere close by.
Nice, Archie.
All right, let's continue on. It only lasts a minute. Let's go.
Okay, let's move.
Let's get getting.
Let's get out of here. We should follow the one that runs real fast. He seems to know what he's doing about this.
Are you
Oh,
guys
yes, I'm gonna go get
chasing
him.
after Runok?
Runok, he's gone. Come out.
He keeps running. He's like looking over his shoulder at you, all chasing after him.
How do we fix your phobia?
All right, I won't make you guys chase him all the way down, but yeah, basically you're running for quite a distance. Some time passes. Those of you that are faster than Runok might be able to eventually catch up to him, but sometime later, not too long. Yeah, I imagine he eventually stops once he's no longer feeling.
Yeah, it'll calm down, and then once he sees the danger's gone, he sort of goes, "I'm sorry about that."
Hey, dude, it's just gonna get worse. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, Archgale, can you Can you sense if he's cursed or anything like that? Is there any way to remove it? If he is?
Can I do a medicine check on Runok to see what his problem is?
Meaning you want to
No.
like approach him and like do some kind of an exam?
Yeah, or could I do a
No.
psychiatric?
No, we don't need to do any of that.
No,
I'm
this-
sorry.
This
It-
is happening.
All right, Runok, I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Actually, I know how to
you see
cure
he's looking nervously at the arch duke. I don't want him to think that I'm a coward and I can't be trusted. Please don't
I think,
embarrass me
No,
in front of him.
no offense, Runok, but I think it's a little late for that.
Yeah, everyone sees it.
Oh, jeez, please.
I think it's too late. I think everyone knows what you are.
What do you mean?
A coward?
Everyone's thinking it. He just said it.
Hey, now he did fight the bugs very valiantly, but you do have a tendency to run first and ask questions later.
Yeah, he runs from the undead. He doesn't care about
Yeah,
the others
undead
he's
must
fine
scare
with.
him. It's true.
I've had some bad experiences, okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
we have too.
It is true. You run from the dead faster than Grim does snakes.
And, well, now you've had some bad experiences. You've had good ones now with us. You know, like we defeated the duels when you were running around with the chickens. Archie just told those wolves to eat shit and go take a long walk off a short pier, as they used to say. Come on, man. You should
Well,
trust us.
He did run from the chickens too, though, so maybe he's also got a chicken phobia.
Oh my god.
Well, that's kind of understandable. They are kind of creepy. I don't like birds myself.
Thank you. Listen, I have a way to fix this, okay? But I want to talk to you all about it in private, okay?
All right, well, maybe when we get to Jost.
Yeah, let's do that, okay? I'm really sorry about what's happening back there, but I think we have a way I can make it work, okay?
If
All
you
right.
just need a hug, I could give you one right now.
It's a little more complicated than that, but let's wait till we get to Jost.
Well, he didn't say no to the hug.
I'll give you a hug. Come here, buddy. We'll get through this together.
Just careful, don't hug too hard, okay?
Big scream.
We can tie a rope to him to Grim so that he can't run away.
Great idea.
No, we can't do that.
All right, guys. So it was late in your travel here as you got this attack. So you don't have too much more to travel in the day. Maybe another hour or so, putting enough distance between you and the whatever that weird accumulation of wolf spirits was that you're reasonably comfortable to camp out. You know that you are just right a blipstone away from Jost. Anything other than just camping out and then trying to pick up and make your last bit there the next day?
We march right now. We march.
It's been a long journey.
The gates might not be open if we don't wait till morning.
We have the Archduke. They'd open the gates at any time. Right, Archduke? We can move on, right? March through the night?
Well, they're not
Who
quite
knows?
expecting me at the moment, but if I announce myself, who would turn me away? And my companions, of course.
I don't think you should announce yourself, but let's rest till the morning. Remember, my liege. You're here, without anyone else knowing, like the ghouls.
I don't think the ghouls are nearly as much threat as they think they are. Look how well we've all done in fighting them off. But I wouldn't say no to a rest either. It is but a long day.
I'm not even tired. I'll take the first watch.
Grim, don't rile him up.
I
Don't
say we
feed
march
into his
on.
ego.
We march on. But
Yeah,
I'll.
but
Sounds like we're agreeing to sleep one more night.
I'd say rest.
All right, it's become old habit at this point, but you're breaking your tents out, setting things up, doing a little camp, that kind of deal. Sure enough, this night passes by uneventfully so. Feel free to take your long rest. You wake up bright early in the morning and realizing that you're probably only a 2-hour walk away from Jost.
I'm ready to get there.
let's go.
Well, yeah, let's get there,
But-
okay?
I'll take off the cultist robe and hand it back to Barnaby.
Oh, thank you, sir. Are you sure you don't want it anymore?
I hope I won't need it.
Okay.
Does the scout have anything to say to me?
If you're approaching him to ask, you notice he's basically like, coupled up with the Archduke at all times. But yes, if like there's any time where you're kind of, eyeing him or whatnot, he will kind of make his way over and he will say, "Thank you so much for that healing magic that you cast. It was very beneficial. I was on the edge of death. I certainly was thinking it was all over."
Yeah, no worries. How's it working for the Archduke?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm sure you're sworn to him. Do you enjoy your work?
Well, I consider it more of a duty than a work. It's my responsibility to make sure the Archduke succeeds in his mission. The whole of our homeland has been taken from us. What could be a more righteous quest than to return this to the rightful owners of the land and to free all of the residents of our land from this undead scourge?
Can I do an insight to see if there's any, like, they are just kind of parroting what the Archduke thinks?
Sure,
Or
yeah,
if they
give me an insight
actually-
check. You get a little bit of a feeling like he thinks you're kind of foolish for asking such an obvious question.
Well, I suppose. Do you think the Archduke is going to be a good leader for when we take back Krakovar?
Once we return it to its rightful name of Krakova, yes, of course he will. He is imbued with the divine right to rule the land. He has the bloodline, he has the knowledge, the tactical know-how, the leadership abilities. I can't imagine a greater ruler than the Archduke.
Well, I can't argue with that. Good work out there. It's been nice traveling with you. Gonna miss you. Stay alive out there.
I will do so. Thank you very much, Archgale. I know that the Archduke holds you in very high esteem. He even mentioned once we get into Jost, inviting you to sup with him one of the nights that we're there. I hope you'll accept.
Almost certainly.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I better get back in case my lord needs anything.
I'm gonna go up to Grim after that and go, "Did you hear that? I'm gonna get sup with the Archduke."
Ah, sounds disgusting. You probably just nothing but soup with no meat. Maybe like water.
You do know which one is the soup spoon, yes?
No.
Here, I'll teach you all about it.
You know, we're assuming that the ghouls haven't attacked Wolfmark. That might not be the case.
Oh, I would be ready for a surprise.
All right, it sounds like you guys are ready to continue marching forth the last couple of hours. And sure enough, you find yourself on the outskirts of Jost, the free city of Jost. The Archduke mentions offhandedly as you're approaching that it is also known as the City of Fish. With that, a bit of concern that Glory mentioned about perhaps Jost or the Wolfmark has been attacked by the undead. I will say you don't see any signs that would give you that concern. It certainly looks to be populated by many people, and you don't see any signs of like ghouls or any other undead creatures. So maybe that makes you a little bit reassured as you find yourself in Jost. So this is our map of Jost. One thing I will point out is this direction on this map is even worse than all the other maps because north is actually northwest. So I'm not even going to try. I'm actually going to reveal this to you guys so you can see what I see. But I'm not even going to try to honor this because I don't want to try to do mental calculations in my head each time. So we're just going to say north is up and we're going to go from there. But yes, you guys are entering the free city of Jost based on this Thorns Road. So basically you're coming down this road and finding yourself entering to the Forest Gate. And yeah, that is what you are approaching.
Go ahead, Archduke.
Yeah, you'll notice the Archduke will take the lead of your entourage here, making your way in. You do notice that there are guardsmen, but they don't stop you guys in any way. You notice the Archduke just kind of walks in and he does this inhalation of breath as he enters and he says, well, it's not as good as Krakova, but it is a free land, free from the oppression of the undead. Now that I am here, I thank you so much. Each one of you has done such a great deed to make sure that myself and most of my groups arrived here healthy and heartily available to continue on our divine quest. Those that fell along the way, we shall keep them in our memories for all time. I will be certain to reach out to you before I make any further preparations, but this is where our company parts ways, my friends. I thank you so much. As I've mentioned, there are some places that I have to go within Jost here to make arrangements for me to be able to chat with Scuddy. But until then, I shall leave you be. Send word to me. Let me know where you're going to be. You can leave word at the town hall. In fact, why don't we head there now? We'll head to the town hall together, and you'll see where it is. And then you can leave word there for me if you need to speak with me once again. How does that sound, friends?
Well,
Excellent.
that sounds good, but don't forget, the whole deal is you're going to introduce us to the Knights of Sif that would know where the robe is that Archie's looking for, right?
If you'd like me to introduce you to them, I certainly can, but I don't think you'll need my introduction. I can tell you exactly where in town the Temple of Sif is, and you can see he points as you guys are walking. You kind of pass through the gate, you're making your way over to like the shipyard here. He is going to point north across the waterway, and you're going to notice a temple over in that direction. So as he points there, he will say, that there is the Temple of Sif. That is where you're going to want to go and speak to the Lady Warriors.
I'll pat him on the back and say, it's good traveling with you, buddy.
Would you be willing to write a letter of introduction to make sure that we get an audience?
I would be happy to write a letter for you, my friend, but to be honest, I don't know that they will hold it in any high esteem. The nobility here holds me in high esteem. The warrior maidens of Sif, they have their own way of looking at things, but if you think it would help, I wouldn't mind jotting a little ditty.
Oh, make sure you write about that we're warriors, right? So make sure you emphasize our warriorness to them.
I shall do my best. Well, as you can see, Jost here is a divided town. Over here on the western side is some areas of the city itself, the shipyard, but most of the important stuff's on the other side. But just pointing out a few things here for you. We just passed there that temple to Thor. So if any of you are followers of Thor, just so you know, that's there. We're headed to the shipyard now. Yep, here we are in the shipyard. We're going to have to go ahead and rent a boat to take us over to the other side of Jost. I'll cover your fee because you've done such a valiant job bringing me to this far. But we shall head to the town hall, speak there. I'll jot up a quick note for you and try to add in some anecdotes about your bravery and strength of arms, and maybe we'll be persuasive to them. But I suggest you show no weakness when you speak to the lady maidens of Sif, for they are warriors true-hearted, and that is what they respect, those of strength of arms.
Grim, you might fit in there, other than you're not a woman.
Good. Well, good thing Glory's got that dress he keeps hanging around with. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, this is the time, Glory.
All right, guys, so as you mount this small boat that the Archduke hires for you, and you're all kind of saddled up in the boat and starting to paddle across, we are at the end of our session time here, so we'll go ahead and pause here. When we pick up next week, you guys will be headed to the town hall to make final arrangements with the Archduke there, and then it sounds like heading directly to the Temple of Sif, as that is the next leg of your journey. Jost is a pretty big town, so if there are other things that you wish to do while you're here in Jost, purchases or any like services, those kind of things, you'll be able to find most of those. So something to keep in mind between this session and next. If anything pops up, obviously let me know. But other than that, good session, everybody. That Ankeg fight was very interesting, a tough one. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see everybody next week.
Hey,
Good job, guys.
thanks, Adam.
Bye,
for
everybody.
putting together
Yeah, good
everything.
game, everybody.
Bye.
Sorry, I'm running
That was
away.
good.
Yep.